TSN Coast to Coast.
When the week began here in Vancouver at this 97th Scott Tournament of Hearts, no one knew what direction their fate would take. Sandra Schmirler in Saskatchewan have been down this road before. I mean, she's a two-time Canadian and world champion, and so far she's the only one guaranteed a playoff spot. Kathy Borst, Snow White. Well, so far it hasn't been the kind of Cinderella story for her. Coming off the rock, Laura Phillips from Newfoundland is looking for their first ever national championship, and Allison Goring has come all the way from Ontario, and right now she sits among the contenders. But there's still two more round-robin draws to go here at the Scott Tournament of Hearts, and who knows, the road still could be bumpy. You play a whole week to get to this point, and hopefully you're still alive. Still have a chance. Final day. Round robin play here in Vancouver. And some teams still do have a chance after this morning's 15th draw, like Quebec, who won 7-5 over Alberta and remain alive at 5 losses. Team Canada, Marilyn Bodo's out of it, but she's brought Newfoundland back to the pack with a 7-2 win. Allison Goring and the Ontario champions win 8-5 over the Yukon Northwest Territories. Kelly Kalo was out. And look at this, Prince Edward Island's a winner. They're still alive too. So we have 2 round-robin games left, and a big one now as Quebec plays Manitoba. The leads, Sylvie Danielle and Allison Harvey. From the Buckingham Curling Club, Joel Sabanin and Carol Harvey are the seconds. Throwing third stones, Fran Charette and Debbie Jones-Walker. And the skips, representing Quebec, Chantal Osborne, Manitoba's Janet Harvey. The winner moves on, the loser is out. So we know a little more, we just don't know all of it. We know that Saskatchewan and Ontario have qualified. Now it tightens up. Alberta and Newfoundland have come back, leaving PEI, Quebec, as well as Manitoba and Nova Scotia still alive for playoff spots, but everyone else is out of it. On through New Brunswick and Heidi Hanlon on the bottom of the table at 3-7. It is a very big game, a very big day. The 5 losses is the key. 5 keeps you alive. You lose your 6th and you're out.
The 1997 Scott Tournament of Hearts from Vancouver is brought to you by Cottony Soft Cottonelle Bathroom Tissue.
You know, with all its natural beauty, I think sometimes people forget that Vancouver is still first and foremost a seaport and Canada's gateway to the Pacific. Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Vancouver and TSN's continuing coverage of this 1997 Scott Tournament of Hearts, as we're ready now for the final 2 draws of round-robin play, and the shuffling continues to see what 4 teams will make the playoffs. So let's get right to the Agrodome, and with their thoughts, Lyndon Ray.
Thanks, Vic. And you know, we thought by now, by draw 16, we would know who was in the playoffs. The only thing that's clear is Saskatchewan and Ontario have clinched a berth somewhere in those playoffs. But with Newfoundland and Alberta losing, dropping to 4 losses, the teams at 5 losses are alive.
You know, Linda, I learned a long, long time ago, it's not over till it's over, isn't that what they say? And every year when I was an umpire, I would get things all worked out and somebody would lose, and the next thing you know, got tiebreakers coming out of your ears. There's some big games this afternoon, you're right. The teams with 5 losses are back. They have a little bit of hope, and there's some big games. Obviously, the Quebec-Manitoba game is a huge one. That Chantal Osborne is curling up a storm, so she'll be giving Manitoba all she can handle. And Colleen Jones, yes, Colleen Jones, here for her 12th appearance, has got a chance. She has to beat Marilyn Bodo, Team Canada, to keep her hopes alive.
And we're going to be watching all the games featuring, of course, Manitoba and Quebec. Both teams have been very exciting all week. But this is the time of the week when pressure tells. Can they control the emotions, not think about the outcome? The title, the Canadian Championship, and the trip to the World Championships are on the line. Vic?
Where do you think that ship might be going once it pulls out of Vancouver Harbor? Russia? Somewhere in the Orient, possibly? Maybe the South Pacific? The first recorded international shipment from Vancouver was back in 1864. A load of Canadian lumber on a ship called the Flying Dutchman went to Australia. When we come back, we'll go back to the Agrodome and TSN's continuing coverage. Final day of round-robin play as we narrow the field to the Final Four here at the 97 Scott Tournament of Hearts.
Your All-Stars, performing all-star feats. They're the reason we make the new 98 Windstar with the most powerful engine in its class, plus over 40 standard safety features. In fact, Windstar is the only minivan to earn 5 stars, the highest rating in U.S. government front-end crash tests. A pretty spectacular feat in itself. The new 98 Ford Windstar, created for the most important people in the world.
Deli shaved Black Forest ham, oven roasted turkey and chicken, assorted sub.
Popular downtown deli or the Winklers on Maple Street. Introducing the new and improved taste of Maple Leaf sandwich meats that will turn your home into a deli. Deli shaved Black Forest ham, oven roasted turkey and chicken. Sub Express with ham, bologna, and summer sausage.
You forgot the mustard on table 7.
And you forgot your check.
New Maple Leaf sandwich meats. Taste that's a cut above.
Maybe you think only those jet set types need a Nokia cellular phone.
Hi, it's me. Flight's delayed.
Well, now Nokia's making cellular phones so easy.
Late. Can I skip my bath?
They're practically child's play.
Attention, Flight 11 is delayed.
Can I call you back?
With Nokia's big, easy-to-read screens, last number redial, and sleek designs.
No, don't hold dinner. I'm eating my body weight in hot dogs. No, wait up. You gotta tuck me in.
So get set to join the jet set. Nokia, Europe's leading cellular phone, also made in America, connecting people.
If this was a commercial for Bounty Jumbo, it would end right here. But it's a commercial for Scott Towels Jumbo, which soaks up big spills as well as Bounty Jumbo. Yet Scott Towels Jumbo is 22% longer. Scott Towels, strong, absorbent, and lots on a roll.
The Agrodome is where it's been happening the entire week here in Vancouver as we're set now for the 16th, the penultimate draw of this Scott Tournament of Hearts. And our feature game is on sheet D, so let's read the ice now. It's brought to you by Canadian Airlines. Ray, they've burned the ice the last couple of days. Did they have to do it again today to get rid of the frost?
No, they didn't, Vic. They didn't have to use the melter. Let's talk about the speed. The dehumidifier seems to be working from this hog line to this tee line a little faster today, about 24. It may get to 25. Going around the center guards, pretty consistent all week, about 3.5 feet of movement, both turns. Going around the corners, about 3.5. Going down the other way around the corner at the far end, only about 3 feet, 3.5 feet that way. Now, the frost creeps in from the side a little bit, so you have to be careful in the 12-foot, but they've had good control of it. The slide path is quick. The ice makers sang the national anthem, makes the ice. We got 2 good teams, Linda. Should be a day.
Well, the scenario is simple for this one, Quebec and Manitoba. The winner still has a chance. The loser doesn't. Saskatchewan against British Columbia, and Sandra Schmerler can clinch first place overall with a win. Nova Scotia against Team Canada. Canada can play spoiler against Colleen Jones. Ontario trying to keep place, hoping for a Saskatchewan loss, and then that first place is open, and there's our key game, Manitoba and Quebec. And the teams with byes include Alberta and Newfoundland, who were brought back this morning. PEI will play a big game tonight against Newfoundland as they try to stay alive. So that's the draw here, round 16, as we narrow it to the Final Four at the Scott Tournament of Hearts in Vancouver. Quebec throwing red stones. Will have hammer in this first end of play to get us going. The Manitoba lead from the Valor Road Curling Club, Allison Harvey.
This sheet of ice we've seen before and then a couple times. I just wasn't able to get it all in the reading the ice segment. But what happens when you go to the stands, towards the intern going down, it'll move that 3.5 feet. When you go the other way with the outturn and away from the stands, we saw a little bit of it's a little straighter. In other words, this outturn, if you move over into the corner guard side, there seemed to be a little bit of a straight spot. I talked to Hans Lutrick about it. He says, Ray, I think I got most of it out, but they're still having a little problem getting to the 12-foot. So I think, and we've talked about this, that you should try and keep those corner guards just in the 8-foot area.
And maybe on the side of the stands, if that's where they're getting the most curl.
La place, les filles, il y a bien de la place. Faut attendre, il y a bien de la
Danielle,
place.
now, from your observations in practice, 24 as much as 25.
Finish it.
Are we pushing the envelope when it comes to quickness here? Is that getting just too fast?
No, that's fine. 24, 25 is fine. You know, you don't like much over that. I don't anyway. But good come around. But it's just a little quicker this morning. And the dehumidifiers that I mentioned in the reading the ice segment really seem to be doing a job, Linda. They've really, you know, Hans was saying they're working tremendous, so he didn't feel that he needed to melt it and try and get the frost out that way. There it is there.
Right at ice surface, there's a half dozen on the ice surface, and there are a couple others in the corners just over the boards, and they're all hooked up. They've got their hoses into buckets, and they empty the buckets.
How much?
Every couple of hours.
And of course, it helps that outside the weather hasn't changed. It's still
beautiful.
I can't say the word. There, thanks, Ray, because I'm not allowed to say the word, but it hasn't started to rain like they thought it might, and so that's helped the humidity as well.
Very much so. One red stone, that's Quebec sitting top 8.
Back 4 weight à peu près.
Just the whole week has just been gorgeous. Cherry tree is blossoming.
Birds singing. Not a cloud in the sky. Sylvie Danielle.
This Quebec team has played very well. Every position, we look at both shooting percentages, and later we can talk about some other statistics. They've all played very well.
Quick! Come on, hard!
And Chantal has looked so calm and cool out there.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, c'est bon.
Yeah, it's beautiful from up on top from Simon Fraser University, and looking back, spectacular views all across the lower mainland.
Carol Harvey, the left-hander.
Yep.
And the Manitoba second.
Got off to a bit of a slow start, but all this team has come on a little bit.
Hurry! Hurry, hurry, hurry! Right up hard. Hurry!
Taking to take advantage, and does. Will roll it out the other side. Now, this is an indication we picked up yesterday, Linda, that maybe the houses are a little bit more lively.
I think it's changed a lot. The first few days with the frost, we didn't see the rolls go very far, but after they burned it, we did see the houses look more lively. The ice allowed the stone to slide further.
Quebec second is Joel Sabrin, and that's, I guess, the key too, is as a skip, you have to be able to adjust to that. Suddenly you need to hit more of the stone to reduce the roll. Is that the idea?
That's right, yeah. And as Ray said, a little bit trickier also with the fact that one side curls a little more than the other. So one side you have to anticipate a little earlier the sweeping to get the perfect roll.
C'est beau, Joël.
Quebec line 2. Reminder, you can email us. I'd like to hear what you have to say about curling. Comments, questions, curling@tsn.ca.
Thought I'd start off with a little squirrely.
Very nice roll.
Would that be a squirrel or a squiggle?
Squiggle, I guess.
Yeah. If you want to start off with a squirrel, you go right.
He was still looking at that tree a while ago. He thought there was a squirrel there.
Hurry!
It's a squirrel in my house.
Oh, I said okay.
Hurry, 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 hurry.
Those kids might not be so confused.
Hurry.
That's right.
Well, what is a squirrel, Dad?
It's a funny little line, I guess.
Good roll. Would have liked to go on the other way towards the 4-foot, but it does a job for Linda.
This is a very aggressive call this early in the end. Quebec has the last draw advantage, but the 4-foot's a little closed. Joelle's been asked to play the wide intern come around on the 2 yellow stones, the one in front and top 12. You could try to double and move them off the center line and open things up a bit.
For line, quick for line.
Well,
Chantal has been quite aggressive.
Sorry. Right. She has been, and she's really curling well. Joelle has solid mechanics, doesn't she? She's so solid on the ice. In other words, there's just absolutely no waiver of the balance problem at all. Stays very high. Good, clean release.
Keeping our eye as well on the game between Nova Scotia Team Canada. Nova Scotia Colleen Jones from Halifax, another of those team at 5 losses. Can't roll the shooter out, so she'll pick up 1 against the defending Canadian and world champion, Marilyn Bodo. Nova Scotia with the early lead, trying to stay alive.
Now, I consider that last one a bit of a sweeping error, because if they'd allowed that red one to rack on one of the yellow ones, it's very deep in the house. They might have opened it up a bit and rolled the shooter in, but now Debbie has a chance to make that same come around and make it better by being in front of the tee line.
Manitoba third, Debbie Jones-Walker, as we play in the first end of this 16th draw. Crucial game, critical game for both these teams. The winner remains alive, and the loser is eliminated.
Whoa! Right over. Hurry.
That's a shot I was just referring to that Quebec maybe could have played if they'd gotten off the brushing on their stone. Both of those stones were a little bit heavy.
Well, some choices here. They're Manitoba lying 3. She's got to maybe play the hit and a roll. Got a couple of choices. She can hit this when she roll over this way. Could play this hit and roll as well and try and roll this way.
In an earlier game, we saw, in fact, that Fran Charette struggled a little bit, and maybe that points out just how well Chantal Osborne is playing, Linda, because you often say that, you know, thirds can make the job easier for skips. In this case, maybe the skip has to bail out the third a little bit.
France has struggled a little bit. She's at the bottom as far as shooting percentages go for thirds. There's a break for her.
This combination of Debbie Jones-Walker and Janet really has worked well, and I know that we all know them all very, very well. Of course, I worked with Janet's team for a couple of years, and you played all those years with Debbie Jones-Walker, so the combination of Janet and her really worked well. First time year they're together, they get to the Scott Tournament of Hearts, and a little inconsistent this week, struggled with the draw weight.
Oh, you gotta go hard. Hurry! Hurry!
Allison Harvey, Carol Harvey.
Right up. Okay. What do you think?
So Manitoba without last rock continues to lie 2.
Yeah, Debbie with all kinds of experience, of course, with playing with me at second position, and she seems quite comfortable in the house with Janet playing third.
Those little nibblers in the back, though, all of a sudden.
I think it is curling more there. Yeah, it has been.
Yes, Quebec does have third and fourth shots, so if France can get rid of shot rock here and make a little roll, they can maybe get something going.
This is the turn that runs a little straighter, or was running straighter yesterday. You can see it's just no movement.
And now, well, where the shooter go?
Okay, well, good job, Nick. Maybe here on that, eh? I know I'd have to go way out to here, I think, to get it there. I think we play this way. I mean, that way's a better turn because then she can't get the double, but just don't trust the ice over there.
And we know this turn curls, but you heard
You
her
got
logic.
one here. I think
Makes
right
some
there,
sense.
Straight up there, eh, the weight?
Down here, try and get the stone right in this area here. Behind that guard.
It's right up there, eh?
Skip stones here in the first, and Manitoba's Janet Harvey out of the Valor Road Curling Club in Winnipeg.
Where is it, guys? Close, yep. Hurry! 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 Roll it in.
Maybe just a bit of a brushing error, Linda, because they didn't seem to be brushing that early.
Well, Janet was the one that really spotted the swing once it started. She anticipated the movement, but by then I think it was a little too late. We've talked about that, how early brushing will hold it, and the sweepers maybe needed to communicate the fact that it was just the right weight.
The other thing, too, you're really basically just judging for weight. You want to get it buried, but you've got to get it in the rings because you've got to be second shot. I mean, this situation now sets up where Chantal makes a good shutter. She gets a hit and roll. She's line 3. Woo. Had to get that to the rings.
How difficult is it to focus on the game, realizing the importance of it, and not having it maybe affect your strategy calling, affect your game in general?
Well, you know, at this stage, as Linda mentioned, you're right. You know, you're playing for the Canadian Championship and to qualify. I mean, that, in my opinion, that was just the front end wasn't thinking alert enough to realize we got to get it to the rings. We got to get it to at least be second shot. Yes, we'd like to bury it, but it, you know, it just was maybe. Now this turn really curls.
Missed opportunity now for Quebec.
Yeah.
Now, both the skips you saw curling 73%, and that is second among skips, second only to Sandra Peterson, who's well ahead.
Hit this one here, try and roll over into this direction here. This is the turn that going towards the stands that will move big time. Chantal just found that out.
Janet throws a fair amount of rotation and perhaps gets a little bit straighter rock out of that. Saw the hand movement.
Close. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Hurry! Hurry, bowling.
And we'll sit back 12, 2.5 times down the ice, the rotation.
Yeah, but Debbie has to anticipate the curl there. You have to anticipate it. She knows it's going to curl. Just got the. They just stayed with the brushing on that one. Her first reaction was to sweep, then she called them off, and this gives Chantal a hit for 2. You roll out another half a foot, and all of a sudden there's no shot. It's a draw for 1.
Control.
Thirty-year-old Chantal Osborne. It's her 4th trip to a national championship, but her first as a skip. Final stone, first end, chance for 2.
Yeah! Quick! Whoa! Red off!
Can't afford to roll, has to sit right there. And it will roll out the back.
Well, it's a big break for Manitoba.
She gave one away. Quebec picks up the single. Manitoba will have hammered the last rock when we come back. Janet Harvey. And Quebec, with 5 losses, can't afford any more.
This sports break is brought to you by Burger King, where you can get a delicious flame-broiled double supreme cheeseburger for only $1.99.
Hi, folks. Welcome to the newsroom. I'm Michael Landsberg. Hope you can join us for Sports Day, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Run down the day in sport. Our top story is going to be Dave Sapunja's just 7 years with the Calgary Stampeders, but 7 great years. It looks like he will be retiring later today. We'll have a full report from Lisa Bose. Over the course of his career, named top Canadian twice in the 7 years. His best season was 1995 when he caught 111 passes. Clearly, Sapunja will be missed. As well, we'll have some spring highlights, our first of this spring, and a look at Elvis Stojko as he prepares for a big tournament coming up this weekend, and he is likely, in many people's minds, the odds-on favorite to reclaim his world championship. So we'll look at Stojko, the Expos infield, some highlights, and lots more. At Sports Desk 6:30 Eastern, we'll take a break, then back to curling.
Let me understand this. If I'm in the middle of shooting, and you yell car, then the goal doesn't count.
That's the rule.
But I already took the shot.
Doesn't matter.
But I already took the shot.
That's the rule. I didn't make it up.
So what do you think, in the NHL they yell car? Real goalies don't yell car.
What? I can't believe you finished them.
I'm sorry, buddy. That's the rules. I didn't make them up.
Kellogg's Frosted Flake cereal for kids of all ages. They're great.
Dad, did you have any friends when you were a kid?
Yeah.
Purex has gone to great lengths to give you a longer-lasting bathroom tissue. Purex Double Roll. With twice as many pillowy soft sheets on every roll, it takes forever to run out. Purex Double Roll. Pillowy softness that lasts twice as long.
Update for you here in this 16th draw, Saskatchewan against BC. Final stone for Sandra Schmerler, who makes the Rays double to score 1 against BC. Kelly Owen from Richmond eliminated with a loss last night. Saskatchewan playing for first place. New Brunswick against Ontario first in. New Brunswick's Heidi Hanlon at 3-7 against Allison Goring at 7-3. Goring and Ontario guaranteed a place in the Final Four. New Brunswick trying to play spoiler, and Heidi Hanlon will draw the back four for a single and a 1-0 lead. Here at the Agrodome, our featured game is right here on Sheet D. Hurry! As Manitoba will have last rock. Here in this second, Quebec with a 1-0 lead. This stone by the Manitoba lead, Allison Harvey.
You know, we talk an awful lot about mental mistakes and the little things that mean the difference between winning and losing. And in that situation, there was 2 made, in my opinion. The front end had to anticipate the weight of the draw when Janet wrecked on the guard. Yes, Janet probably should have taken a little bit more ice because she would have got to the 12-foot. But at no time did that rock look heavy. And the key in your thought, and I know I would have blamed myself, as a brusher, is I got to get it in there for second shot because of those 2 back biters. Number 2, Debbie Jones-Walker had to anticipate the brushing. She called the brushing on. I mean, I know she doesn't want to hit and roll out, but she had all that house to roll across. She called it on, then she called them off. And that left a wide open takeout for Chantal Osborne for 2. Now, they got away, they dodged a little bullet. And Quebec did not capitalize on an opportunity, and we talk about it all the time, opportunities.
Hurry!
So,
oh, just clean, just clean.
Chantal will, she'll be sick, mad at herself for missing the hit and rolling out. And Manitoba should feel fortunate that she did so.
Second stones here in this second end. From Quebec, Joel Savana.
And it's a more wide open end. I think every time we see those more finesse shots, those come around, those hits and rolls, they're going to have to be very careful about it because you've shown us, Ray, that the ice is a little bit different. It's almost like 4 quadrants where one curls more than the other. So every time you move from one side to the other and from one end to the other, the players, the skip, the sweepers, everybody has to be thinking about that.
There's the corner guard going up on the side of the stands, and that's where most of the movement is. So. And what I was saying about the ice here this week, I think I would try to keep my corner guards inside the 8-foot, Linda.
Yeah, it's really tough once you get into the 12-foot area to get the movement. It won't bury, and then you might leave a hit and roll. So if you can leave them a little tighter to center, you probably have a better chance of burying.
I think so. Yeah, hurry. I don't want too long. Hurry. Hurry. Shot, bully. Good.
Why don't you be interactive and email us curling@tsn.ca with your comments and questions about this game or curling in general. Corner guard is up.
There's a few ways of defending against a corner guard. You could put up your own center line guard if you don't have last drop. You could try and tuck around the corner guard, get there first, but it would have to be in front of the tee line. Chantal is elected to play the draw away from the corner. You try to get it a little further away so the hit and roll isn't possible. This one isn't curling a lot for them. I guess she's just playing it to the center line area because they swept it to for top 12 foot the whole way.
Or the beak? Maybe the beak, eh? Okay.
Hit it on the nose.
Throw easy.
We could use a whole dictionary for the words used for takeout weight. Takeout weight for Manitoba is easy.
Yep.
A lot of them have control, and then there's normal. But in most cases, they end up about the same speed coming down the ice.
Just on the nose. Just on the nose. Just on the nose. No.
Carol Harvey, Janet Harvey's sister, Allison Harvey, Carol and Janet's sister-in-law.
What takeout weight do you prefer, Vic?
Just hitting the stone. Just hit it, Vic. Hopefully, just hit it.
Well, we'll get a chance to see you to show your talents tonight, Victor, as we take the crew to the Vancouver Club for a little curling ourselves this evening. From what I've heard, Vic, everybody wants to be on your team.
Well, because I've learned so much over these 12 years.
About curling.
Yes. Although you have taught me some other things. Beaujolais.
Yeah, you're a red wine expert now.
Hi, this.
Too close to leave there. Nose hit. Easy.
Keeping our eye on Nova Scotia Team Canada as Marilyn Bodo gets ready to throw her final stone.
Hurry!
And it appears she's throwing it against two, possibly three. There's some yellow stones being blocked by Kim Gillard. This is a
good shot, Deb.
Final stone for the defending Canadian and world champion Marilyn Bodo, who has been eliminated, sitting at 6 losses.
Hard.
This is a straight draw to the 4 foot, then it would seem. Draw for 1. Jane Hooper-Burrow, Corey Beveridge. Don't want to slip too far, and she'll hang on to the back of the button for 1. So a pressure draw by the reigning world champion Marilyn Bodo, who has struggled this week against Colleen Jones, sitting at 5 losses and looking to stay alive. The stone of France Charette.
Chantal is fooling around. She's decided to go right around that and just curl too much.
Just about pushed it on.
I think it's still short, eh, Linda?
I don't know. It's very, very close.
That's in.
It is in.
Oh.
Let's do this.
The teams will check the rings and all the sheets, and then Arlene and the umpires, you know, they go over them and check them. And the skips meeting, team meeting we were at, Linda,
Lots of room.
you know, they talk about that and they tell the teams exactly that. As a matter of fact, I heard, I think it was your husband say that the rings are as true as he's ever seen them.
Yeah, Al was saying that they've done a very good job with the ice, trying to get it by, but it's also over curling. And look at this, one right after the other.
You gotta give me a...
Now, which one is in? If yellow was in, is red close enough?
Je pense que c'est proche, oui. Oups. En arrière de ça? Ah, on dirait que ça, c'est bon.
Getting to the stage where you're almost afraid to play the come around on the opponent's rock.
Okay. What?
Ça coupe pas à peu près.
Skip Stones here in this second with Quebec leading 1-0 over Manitoba.
Besoin de touch de plus. Merci. Faut attendre pour la ligne.
Chantal Osborne.
She's going to the edge of the 8-foot, so we'll see how this one reacts. This is much wider than the draws we've seen so far.
Quick! Hurry hard! Quick! Come on, let's be hard! Quick!
And once again, onto that stone out in front.
It was a little bit light. We saw the time was almost 14 seconds. Now that would be 24 seconds, as Ray mentioned, but maybe a little bit wider. You need that extra bit, especially this early in the game.
I'm so bad at this. I think you're right. I think we are shot. They can just split them the way. But if we do this, she's going to try something else, isn't she?
Hit it. I don't hit it. There's no way we can roll in.
You can hit and roll in, but you'll lose the yellow one.
What if we do this? Tap it to here and the shooter roll.
It's a good call.
I think we got to play the top. We got to play it aggressive. I like the intern better. You can control it, eh? Something like
these
that.
two shots.
Should be good.
These two shots here. They think Manitoba thinks that. Well, Chantal's in the way there. Manitoba thinks that their shot, this one here.
Pretty sure we're shot. Pretty close though.
Play this one here. Try and push this into the rings. And maybe sit over here to take away the tap back on
Her
that.
last stab.
Linda, how critical is it knowing if, in fact, that yellow stone is in biting the top 12? Does it affect the decision-making process here?
Well, if you were really sure the red one was shot by a lot, you might play it, and even if you lost your yellow one, you go for a hit and roll. But when it's this close, that's why it's tricky. And that's why Janet has to make this very well. Perfectly straight back, or she'll leave an option for Quebec.
Hurry! Hurry, hurry, hurry! Hurry! Hurry!
Not just over curled again. They just haven't been taking enough ice, it seems.
Sweeping. That's going crazy the other way, too. Better.
Now Quebec can roll either direction and be buried.
As Linda says, you could hit this here and you could roll in behind those guards. Or you could hit it and roll in behind those guards.
Now, seeing how much it curls, though, Linda, will it curl with weight here?
That's a good question, Vic. I guess we're going to see. She hasn't taken a lot of ice, so she's obviously playing pretty good weight at it. But as the tendency's there, it will move for her.
Whoa.
Final stone for Quebec. Chantal Osborne. Manitoba does have hammer.
She's thrown it pretty big weight.
Sylvie Danielle, Joel Sabinoff find the hole. They do. Now where will it roll? No, it'll sit right there.
La mienne a eu beaucoup moins été que la tienne.
Throw easy.
Now we'll see if she can hold the shooter, obviously, and or one. Will it be one or two?
Well, if she makes the hit here and stick, we'll find out, won't we? Even if she rolls out, we'll find out.
Tu vois, là, t'avais pas jeté un mot. Elle dit qu'elle voulait peut-être partir.
To tie and possibly take the lead here in the second.
Clean it!
Manitoba's Janet Harvey.
Hurry! Whoa! Whoa!
Allison Harvey, Carol Harvey backing off it now. There's the one. Now is it two? What's your thought here?
They're going to measure, and I have no idea.
From that indication, it would seem yes, and by a fraction, if you believe the black outline, by a fraction.
Did you look at those too? Yeah, I think you should. I'm really bad at calling those.
And so the on-ice official will look for the stick.
So it would appear Manitoba would have two. And after Quebec had their opportunity last end, it's a big extra point this end.
Chantal Osborne talking.
She thought she started hers, so.
With her coach, Jerry Tamalti.
The teams are allowed to talk to their coaches, but the coach cannot come down onto the ice surface. That's between ends, of course, when the clocks are stopped.
Two yellows, so that's two for Manitoba, and the gamble pays off. And the team from the Valley Road in Winnipeg takes the lead, and Quebec will have hammer left when we come back.
Fast relief from the pain of heartburn is why Maalox is the most trusted choice of pharmacists in Canada.
Your car is a high-precision instrument. Take it to AutoPro. With qualified personnel and state-of-the-art equipment, it's the expert on brakes, front-wheel drive, steering, suspension, and mufflers. All protected by AutoPro's national warranty. AutoPro, the largest network of car care professionals.
The pain of arthritis and joint stiffness can get the better of many people. So today, there's coated extra strength aspirin with the power to relieve your worst pain right where it hurts. Aspirin, it really knows your pain.
Hello? Hello? Are you in there?
Oh, ever wonder how some mechanics can quote you a package price on brakes without even seeing your car? Well, at Midas, the technicians aren't psychic. They always do a free written inspection first. And the price they quote is the price you pay. It's guaranteed. Just like the word. Midas, the way it should be. I see millions of people driving to Midas.
Psoriasis, seborrheic dermatitis, dandruff. Symptom, persistent, itchy, flaky scalp. Solution, Neutrogena T-Gel. It works. Neutrogena T-Gel Shampoo.
Fast relief from the pain of heartburn is why Maalox is the most trusted choice of pharmacists in Canada.
Moving fast, cruising slow. When you're on the road, there's just one place to go. Husky like a real good friend. People you count on time and again. No matter where the road may wind, we'll be there waiting down the line, giving you that peace of mind. Husky, here in Canada, it's Husky.
Updating the game between New Brunswick and Ontario, 1-0 New Brunswick. Heidi Hanlon ahead of Allison Goring. Final stone second for the Ontario champion. With a record of 7-3, guaranteed a spot in the Final Four. And here she draws the T-line, 8 foot for 3, and a 3-1 lead over the team from the Thistle St. Andrews in St. John, New Brunswick. As we get you caught up, British Columbia has come back with a deuce in the second to lead Sandra Schmerler 2-1. BC Kelly Owen from Richmond trying to play spoiler. Team Canada gets one. We showed you that. The draw against 3 as Marilyn Bodo plays Colleen Jones, and Jones with 5 losses trying to stay alive there as they play skip stones. And in our game, the measurement turns out to be 2 for Manitoba.
Okay.
And a 2-1 lead over Quebec as they go to the third. Chantal Osborne, the team from Buckingham, Quebec, to have last rock.
With that last takeout that we saw, another example of how straight that out turn going away on the left side. Again, if we talk about quadrants, that one quadrant playing away from center is very straight, and they're going to have to be very careful there.
No, 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 no. C'est beau, Sylvie.
The Manitoba second, Carol Harvey.
Whoa! Whoa! Right off! Off, guys, we have nothing yet.
And very little. She won't be able to hold the shooter.
She didn't overthrow it either.
Never say banjo.
And that is the side that curls a little
Yeah,
more.
I'm surprised it didn't come more.
Maybe just a little full and it never got to the spot.
Backed it off maybe a bit, you know, as you released it.
Here's the no backswing delivery, a little bit of a weight shift onto the sliding foot to gain the extra momentum because there's no swing of the stone. And you mentioned in the first end, I think it was Ray, that's very sound.
Yeah, solid mechanics. She a good hip elevation. She starts with a hip elevation and then steps back behind. And there's a shift back in that back leg and stays nice and high in her delivery.
Oui, dans mes armes. Bon, elle était un petit peu plus vite inside out. Oh. Whoa! Yep. Oh, hurry.
Carol Harvey likes to do some writing.
Right up, right up.
She writes fiction, poetry. In fact, she's had some poetry published in different literary magazines.
We gotta throw normal at those or something, eh?
Carol Harvey worked with us, Dick, in Brandon during the Worlds. Just doing some running and...
She threw it well. Just have to throw harder.
Two to 1, Manitoba leading.
Things are fairly wide open, and sometimes on the last day of a championship, last round-robin day, you see this, Ray, where teams don't want to take a lot of risks. Some of the other sheets are a little more complicated, but these two teams have the same thing at stake, and they're both being a little cautious, perhaps, at the beginning of the game.
And of course, with everything going on beside you and realizing you might want to do some scoreboard watching, it's tough to focus on your game sometimes.
A game this big, though, I don't think there's any problem concentrating. It's, you know, you have to really be conscious of it, but it shouldn't be. This keeps you alive. You're in position to qualify or get into a tiebreaker, and that's...
Debbie Jones-Walker.
Yep, yep, hurry. Hurry, little roll. Little roll. Hurry.
It's interesting, Debbie played with me, as we mentioned, for quite a while, and she played second position where there's a lot of takeouts, and I was noticing, looking at the stats, she's very high on her takeout percentage and quite a bit lower on her draws. So this week she has struggled maybe earlier in the week with the frost and now just with the feel.
What do you think of the ice? Yeah, but what do you think of the ice?
Checking in on the game between Nova Scotia and Team Canada. It's 1-1 as they play the third. Colleen Jones with her final stone coming up, and she is lying one.
You're telling me to take an
sitting at the back of the four.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Came nice. Just a little more ice. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, yeah.
Now, a piece of the 8 would give her the... Piece of the 8 would give her a second point, so...
He's playing the out-turn draw. Just catch a corner of the 8-foot.
They were just discussing the ice, and she was, I think the first time the broom was down, it was quite a bit closer to the edge of the 4-foot to the left of where it is now, and she said, to catch enough of the 8-foot, I better move the broom over.
Final stone, a draw for 2 for Nova Scotia, sitting at 5 losses.
Line's fine.
Trying to stay alive.
Nancy and Kim are right on this.
Hurry, hard, hurry, hurry. Hurry, hurry, hurry. You got it there. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Hurry, quick. Hard all the way. Hard.
Little more, drag it as far as they can. Little more, little more.
Can I borrow your gripper?
One red only, so a missed opportunity for Jones. And who knows?
Sweet and Kim.
Going out and maybe towards the wings, as you suggest, a little heavier out there. She misses the opportunity for 2. She'll have a 2-1 lead over Team Canada going to 4. France Charette, as we play in the third and third stones. Manitoba leading 2-1.
La maison, les filles. Elle peut curler beaucoup encore. Is it the black pants with the blue? No? Never mind. Okay. I just want to do sometimes with the black pants.
Really gotta like this Quebec team. They're just so they have such feeling for the game. You know, they know all the courtesy aspects of the game. They're really popular here. All the other teams really like them, and for her first year skipping at the Scotties Draw, she's just been terrific, Chantal. So she certainly has a bright future ahead of her.
Whoa, nice.
Janet Harvey in the first stone for the Manitoba skip.
This is a spot we talked about where you can't be much outside or it'll just track.
Yep.
Nice control of the weight, though, for Janet.
Hurry.
Janet didn't like the way she threw it. But she's a sound thrower. At one time she got herself down too low, but she worked hard and she's a lot higher than now than she ever was before. She just lost a little control of the swing, but she's good and high. See how high she is. Lost some balance. You can see as she came out of the hack, just lost a little balance with that leg. But good results.
Sometimes those are the best ones. I don't know why.
That's kind of a natural balance for me. that early wobble.
Up and down the sheet here in 3.
Quick. Really hard.
Right out of her hand, Chantal Osborne.
Very hard. Quick.
Sophie Danielle closest to the stone. Joel Sabarin out in front. It's good brushing. They can't hold the shooter. 40 mail from Jenny Tilford in Sudbury. Will this week mark the end for Marilyn Bodo's team as we know it?
Well, for one thing, they have a berth into the Olympic trials. That's next November. As the 1996 Scott Tournament of Hearts winner, they earned that right. And so we're assuming we will see them at the end of November this year at the Olympic trials in Brandon.
And we have no idea of knowing the answer to that question. I mean, I don't know what their future plans are.
Sure, it's there. Oh, it feels like it might have something under it. Oh, it's got lots, I think. I don't think
something
so,
under
Bully.
the stone, she says.
Well, sometimes when
I
you're
don't think
sliding
so,
out,
Bully.
if there's something on the path, it can grab and you feel
I don't
it as
want
you're
back.
sliding. But it looks like it's reacting very normally. And I was strictly overthrown.
Well, nice time to have a draw, though. You know, it doesn't cost you anything by throwing it through. You give her a chance to blank it without rolling out. So.
OK, donne-moi juste en dedans de la ligne de bord, comme ça. Non, juste en dedans de la ligne, comme ça. Ouais. Ouais.
Testing out a spot on the ice.
Testing the line here.
Yep. Next to center line. That's often a spot that reacts a little bit differently than other parts of the sheet.
Have you given some thought to your game plan tonight, Vic, for this game? I mean, you're going to play the open game, the closed game. Any particular style that you prefer?
The watching game. I thought you were going to. I thought it was us against everybody else, like we three. Wasn't that the challenge?
Well, that would be too strong a team, eh? That'd be
of course, with me on it. Yeah, that's right. Through the house for the blank. And a 2-1 Manitoba lead through 3 in this very big game here in this 16th draw.
Oh, Mom, second ball, huh?
Yeah, well, I have a very big day today. Oh, and remember, I have a date tonight.
Who's the guy?
Robert.
Rob. You know, Mom, I really don't like the way that guy looks at you.
Kind of like the same way Jan looks at you.
He's just a friend.
Well, that's not what your friend told me.
Part of your life, all of your life. Kellogg's Corn Flakes.
Rainbow tortellini with marinara sauce. Spinach linguine and 4 cheese sauce.
You may have already tasted Olivieri fresh pasta and gourmet sauces. Olivieri, as good to cook as it is to serve.
Sun-dried tomato pesto sauce on angel hair pasta.
All right, everybody, to the kitchen!
Olivieri, as good as it gets.
The pain of arthritis and joint stiffness can get the better of many people. So today, there's coated extra strength aspirin with the power to relieve your worst pain right where it hurts. Aspirin, it really knows your pain.
It started with a pair of boots. Kodiak boots, actually. And it just grew from there. It grew from boots to shoes. From shoes to clothing. Everything to dress you up or dress you down. Oops, not that far down. You could say that wearing Kodiaks has taken on a whole new meaning.
For our plyometrics.
That's really great, Michael, but can you draw to the button? Because there's Ed Wernick. I'm sorry, I've got
I guess curling really does rock.
Updating the game between Saskatchewan and British Columbia as they play 3-2-1. The team from Richmond leading the team from Regina until Sandra Schmerler makes the hit and stick for 1. And it's announced that Sandra will be having a baby mid-September. So congratulations to Sandra and her husband as it's now tied 2-2. Nearing the midway point of this 16th draw as we get you caught up, and that's the updated score now. BC to have Hammer playing for. Nova Scotia with the lead on Team Canada. Missed opportunity for a pair for Colleen Jones. New Brunswick has come back with 2 and 3 to tie Ontario. Heidi Hanlon, Allison Goring, and that's our featured game. Quebec with Hammer as they hold on to it. The blank in 3 means we play 4. Manitoba leading 2-1.
Well, the tight center guard by Allison Harvey, and we just got to look at the come around by Chantal. And they can see it all, almost all of it. So the in-turn hit.
Yep, hurry, line.
See the great sweeping.
Hurry.
Really tight to each other and tight to the rock.
Hurry, you gotta roll it off. Hurry, hurry. Scoring like a hurry, hurry, sweep.
Well, that's really interesting there.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Remember, that was a free guard zone stone. That was the 3rd stone of the end, and that wasn't a permitted takeout. So Chantal had the option of putting the guard back, but because this was maybe a bit of a benefit where the guard rolled over, she's leaving it in the position that it rolled to. Non-defending team has the option on that free guard zone penalty.
Elle s'en vient, là.
Good point, Linda.
Non, non, je sais pas. Je sais pas, faut qu'elle arrête. Arrête, qu'elle finisse en avant de l'autre.
Maybe that's why she did
Okay.
it. Look at the come around on that spot. I don't think they wanted it that deep, but did that ever curl? And
Okay, bully, it curls
that's an
here.
example, Ray, of when you move those guards over a little bit, how you can get it buried.
You hit this rock on the outside, you'll catch this one here and get rid of it, and the other one will go this way. Doubles there.
The double's there for Carol Harvey.
Yep, hurry! 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 Whoa! 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 Yo! Whoa! Whoa! Just a little flop here. Okay, good shot. Ça va-tu tout? Gauche bumper!
Can she get across the face of this and punch it out the back?
Yeah, she sure can. There's enough movement there. She could be lying
Yeah!
pretty nicely if she makes a good shot here.
Quick! Hard! Hurry!
Look at it just absolutely fall off that line
Okay, whoa, 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 whoa.
and onto that garden front.
She had very quiet weight. The shooter's going to hang around.
Okay, Joe. So we gotta look this way. With hack.
Ice is really moving today, more so I think than we've seen for a few days, Linda.
Now, they're having trouble anticipating the sweeping, and so they are being a little surprised by it.
This is the left-hander's out turn. She's going out into the middle of the 8-foot.
They're playing it quietly because they have to be very careful with third shot in the house now belonging to Quebec.
Hurry! Hurry! Whoa! Hurry! Whoa! Yep. Hurry! Whoa then, whoa! Gotta get enough to get it out, eh? Roll a shooter, Deb. Good shot, Carol.
Oh, it was quiet, wasn't it?
That was a good call.
Sweeping,
They told Janet it was a bit quiet. That means you need to hit more of it in order to make sure it's out of the house, so they let it curl up a little bit more. Shows you the importance of the communication.
Joel Saviner. Not a brush to it so far.
Well, they were trying to double, but she was a little bit outside. She's not going to remove it.
So light on one. And a fan here by the Quebec second.
Janet's going to draw to this. She could also hit this, and she doesn't have last
Why?
rock if she wanted. She's got a lie. She can lie 3 either way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what Debbie's saying to her. Why don't you just hit it to lie 3? Yeah, you could draw down to it to lie 3 in this area, but you could also just hit it to lie 3. And you don't have the
easy,
hammer,
Deb.
so I would play this.
I would too.
So are we on different teams tonight then?
I don't know.
Oh, what a skipping challenge that will be.
Debbie Jones-Walker.
That's normal, eh? Shot, Deb.
Francheret. Quebec with last rock, but facing 3 right now.
Yeah, yeah. Let's leave it, Joe. Go, Joe. Whoa.
That's a very nice shot. They didn't have a lot to work with. Obviously, Manitoba had 3 in the house.
Nose hit.
Just easy.
Touch on the outside, you'll get the roll over to the center. Guard the back one.
Oh, yeah. Hurry! Right up! Hurry!
Keep your eye on the game between Team Canada and Nova Scotia as well. The final stone for Team Canada's Marilyn Bodo. Hits and sticks, top 12 for 2 and a 3-2 lead over Nova Scotia and Colleen Jones as they go to 5. The team from the Mayflower and Halifax to have last rock.
Have the hammer.
Another chance for a hit and roll and maybe a little more separation between the Quebec stone and the Manitoba one, so the run back isn't as easy. A little bit outside and with big weight on this.
Franchot.
Yeah, that is big weight, Linda. That's no one else has been playing that kind of weight.
What if I put it just biting the 8 or something, or just there? She's gonna hit something. Unless she can double these, eh? I don't think she will come around. I think she'll hit. You like this? Okay. Not too far over. Not too far over, or she will freeze.
And in front of the tee line, not behind it. Whoa.
Instructions now, more than just circles.
The guy's gone berserk.
I thought we had the hammer.
Janet, I thought we had the hammer.
I'm like, oh no, you draw to it. No, I want it in the 4-foot.
The first of the skip stones, and no, she doesn't have hammer. It belongs to Quebec here in 4. The Manitoba leads 2-1.
Gotta curl lots if you can let it curl. Clean it. Make sure it's there. Hurry.
But you gotta get it to the rings. That's the most important thing. You can't be leaving it short.
Hurry! Hurry, hurry, hurry! Further, hurry!
And just there, top 12.
She wanted to 4-foot because now there's a hit and roll possibility.
À montrer comme la moitié sur l'autre bord.
You want this rock right here. Force her to hit. Now she has a chance to hit this and roll behind here into this area, and the rock you just threw causes you the problem.
Pardon? Ouais, j'aimerais ça peut-être juste sortir un petit peu. Excuse-moi. Oui, elle tire pas mal.
Well, it looks good so far for Manitoba, but the fact that the hit and roll has been left for Chantal is not in their favor. She can make a good one.
Chantal Osborne had her first to Quebec skip here in 4.
Whoa! Whoa!
Terrific shot.
Very nice.
Now you can see we tell us what was going to happen. She got the perfect roll into this area. Now the rock that you just placed in that position is the problem. Yes, you can run it back, but anytime you're playing a raised takeout, it's not as simple as they look sometimes. So had she got her draw to the 4-foot, Chantal would have been hitting and not being able to get a roll behind anything.
Whoa! Whoa! Yep! Whoa! Finish! Yep! Yep! Hurry! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Drive it it back, catch the corner, get it by the jam, you bet.
Very nice shot. Good call by Debbie.
Good call, thanks.
There was Janet thinking it might break sooner, but Debbie kept calling them off and
good shot.
Just
Nice
made
throw.
perfect contact.
Beauty. You just set yourself up for a hard one.
I want the shot of the week.
That's what we just
So
talked
far, I
about.
haven't
You just set
been
yourself up
voted.
for
Nobody's voted for me. Là, un petit peu plus. Un petit peu plus. Pensez-vous c'est correct, ça? Ça d'aller là, ouais? Ouais, mais sur l'autre bord, pas sur l'autre bord, hein?
A nose hit will do it.
Non? OK. Juste un control comme je viens de lancer, même way? OK.
Hitting for one.
Yes! Quick!
She's got a long way to roll and still be shot.
Just lean. Just lean.
And she rolls to top four for her single point here in Ford. So she made the hit and roll, but then the Rays take out, and it's a single for Quebec.
Okay,
Yeah, the mountains are full of snow in North Vancouver.
The choice between a sedan and a wagon used to be quite simple. You'd choose the sedan if you wanted style, the wagon if you wanted more room. That is, until Mercury came up with the stylish Sable wagon and the roomy Sable sedan. So, to make the choice a little easier for you, we gave them both the same affordable price. Problem solved.
Imagine yourself in a Mercury.
At Maple Leaf, when we reduced the fat in our new lean and light wieners and bologna, we tested the taste with families just like yours. We found we could reduce the fat by 60%, and lean and light would still have that mouth-watering Maple Leaf taste. Any less fat? Well then, we'd appeal to only some members of the family. The uncompromised great taste of new Maple Leaf Lean and Light. Taste that's a cut above.
You can feel the cottony softness, cottonelle. Feel the cottony softness, cottonelle.
This is the 1972 Canada Cup, the single greatest sporting event in Canadian history. It was the shot heard round the world. The first time the All-Stars of the NHL united against the most feared hockey team in the world. And now you can own a piece of hockey history. Summit on Ice captures every great moment from every game with more than 90 minutes of exclusive action footage, interviews with all the key players and personalities, and the haunting play-by-play call of Foster Hewitt, all digitally remastered. Summit on Ice is yours to own and enjoy for years to come. Only $19.99, available in stores now.
Welcome back to our coverage of the 16th draw. The Scott Tournament of Hearts updates Saskatchewan against British Columbia as they play the fourth end in a 2-2 tie. Final stone for Kelly Owen. Got off to the slow start, lost her first three, then rebounded with a couple. But when you lose early, then you can't afford to lose really anymore. And she's playing the two-time Canadian and world champion very tough now as she takes the lead 3-2 going to the fifth. Hello, Bobby. Our audio operator, Bob Miles, and we thank him for the great job. Just keep my microphone open, thanks.
Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa.
A lot of people work very hard on these telecasts. The ladies and gentlemen of our crew who are with us, and we do have a crew that completes all the season of champions, as well as both the
What do you think of this?
TSN Skins games in December, and we thank them for
Try to come in.
all the hard work.
They're a great
Can't
team.
hit it.
And great people. We spent a lot of time together. As we take a look at the early numbers for the leads.
Well, Sylvie did have one go through the house this end, but up till now, she has been perfect.
Actually, play this shot. Easy.
Manitoba lead, Allison Harvey.
Yeah, sweep it a little bit. Hurry. Okay, okay. I'll get my head in the game.
Yeah, that's okay.
I thought that.
That's what
Should've
made it.
Tight.
I suggest you get your head in the game, Janet. This is a pretty big game for you. It's 2-2. Fifth in.
Quebec looking to put up a center line rock, the stone that is in front. They won't utilize at this moment because it is a corner guard and they don't have last rock.
Oui. OK, emmenez-la filain. Où? Emmenez-la dans la maison, c'est correct. OK. OK. Throw normal.
We showed you Canada's 2 in the 4th to lead Nova Scotia playing 5. Team from Halifax with last rock. And New Brunswick stole 1 in 4. Heidi Hanlon with the lead over Allison Goring playing 5.
Whoa! Close. Oh, off. Good throw, bully. Oh, it's good.
And the roll.
Okay, Joe, la faute.
Just not far enough.
Well, they didn't really want to roll over there because now Manitoba can have their chance to get behind it. She's actually trying to stay a little bit further away.
Even with a good roll, though, the two rocks would be so close together. Chantal will be able to run it back.
Well, we saw earlier Joelle Savard miss her 2 consecutive shots. So her numbers are down.
Close. Where's... Yep, love it, hurry.
Roll it away.
I'll roll, okay.
Now Chantal's gone to the outside intern, the intern in this case, and we have seen that other turn go straight, so maybe that is why she's going to this direction. Maybe a little bit more forgiving, as we say. If you're a little bit off the rim, it still works.
Just can't get them started here, or they'll go right across.
France Charette. Here in the 5th of a 2-2 tie.
Okay.
Can't start them out there. You can with the other turn, maybe throw a little inside with the out turn, but not with the in turn. We talked about that.
That's right. You can be a little full out there and certainly get away with it.
Live update for you, Saskatchewan against British Columbia as they play 5, and it's BC leading 3-2. Final stone for the Saskatchewan skip Sandra Schmirler and her team from the Cali Club in Regina. Marcy Gooderwright, Joan McCusker fighting to get it by that guard. Oh, they do. Now taking a look, if it's 2, they certainly have 1.
Back 12. Have a look. Okay. It's all right.
Well, it just hung on in the back. Quebec to hit this one here and try and roll over in this area here. Sit behind this corner guard. Try and take this end back. Get this end back again. Manitoba with last rock. presently lying 2.
All right, so tell me what's the difference between wanting the roll now and before with not wanting the roll?
Well, the other Yellowstone is in the house behind it, so now you have to try and get hidden to take away the end for Manitoba. Last time France was inside, this time outside.
Oh,
both
goodness.
cases the wrong side because of the way the turns react.
Yeah, if you just had reversed that situation, she turned the first one in, and on a turn that swings,
No more ice, eh?
put the other one out, turn the run straight. So this is a big shot for the Manitoba foursome. Get the rock right there, 8 foot.
And set yourself up for 2, maybe 3.
What you want is 2 for sure. 3 would be nice, but 2 is what you're looking for.
Yep. Hurry line. Where is it?
Debbie Jones-Walker.
Hurry for line. Hurry. Whoa. Yep. Hard. Hard for line. Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Oh.
Don't want it too deep.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay, you gotta listen to me, you guys.
Got by the guard by a lot, too.
Yeah, Debbie was calling them on, and Janet was a little annoyed because it really shouldn't have been swept. They should have allowed it to break.
Yeah, there's no question. You don't want the stone back there. You want it right here. That's a judgment call by the brushers, and they got to communicate a little bit better. You want it right there. This allows Chantal a chance to play the straight turn, which she's going to do, and roll right across here. There's a possible double, or if you get a roll in the face of that, you can just take this end right away. It was set up nicely for Manitoba, a couple of misses. Now this young Quebec skip has a chance to get out, and she's been curling up a storm, believe me.
So many ends as a skip, though. You want to be bailing like this. She's had to make some terrific shots because of some misses in front of her. This is another case.
This is the first stone for the Quebec skip here in 5.
She needs the roll. Needs the roll big time.
She's gonna draw. Yeah, just don't, you know.
Yeah, I don't want to set up a double.
Right there, just
Just
easy.
to finish the story, Saskatchewan scored 2 in that 5th they measured. So they go to the 5th end break with Saskatchewan ahead of Kelly-Owen of Richmond by 1. And the team from BC to have last rock playing 6.
Well, you might consider rolling this one, Linda, across here if you could. If you could get the roll over here, because you sit there, because Chantal will have the opportunity, if you hit this on the nose, to come down and sit in front of this one because it went too deep.
Yeah.
So you might maybe consider rolling right across, trying to take away the freeze.
I think that what Janet is thinking is if she does make the hit and stick, Chantal will try the hit and roll again.
Against 3, you think so? Well, I mean, maybe right.
Play the roll.
I don't think the roll can hurt you. I would play the roll here for sure. I would roll right over if I could, if she could. Right over.
I don't think so now. Sit.
That was a good roll. Rolled closer to the 4 foot. But
Tantôt, quand j'ai essayé, là, à passer un petit peu plus. Ça, ouais. Mais là, je vais lancer un petit peu moins. Donner une chance aux balayeurs. Juste une touch. Bumper comme. Oui,
play
même
it
chose.
quietly. Hit that.
Ah, peut-être un double.
Try and roll here.
Oui, comme ma dernière tantôt. Là.
She could also just draw
Mon
to the
dernier
face
coup
of it.
tantôt, là, quand on a blanqué.
Or hit second shot and roll in front, but
control,
this is the way she's trying to get out of the end completely.
C'est ça. Juste bumper, les filles. Le balai va faire la différence. Là.
This isn't an easy shot, though. It's not terribly predictable here with this weight.
Attention. Attention. Off. Off. Attention. Curl. Away. Colin.
Just never curled.
Draw for 3.
Well, you know, I threw this Just draw this way where I was heavy. You know?
There's only so many times, as I mentioned, a skip can get her team out of trouble. Her team just have to support her now, get back in this game.
That was a tough way to get out of it, I think, Linda. I think I would have been tempted. I know you don't want to give up 4, but anywhere in front of it, you know, if you don't get shot rock, Janet may have chosen to just to draw for 2. I think the way to get out of that was to maybe play the freeze down there.
Keep the brims down, eh? It's got lots. It's got
Keep
lots.
it clean, says Janet Harvey, as she looks to break it open here with 3 in the 5th. And she says she's got lots of weight.
Just clean.
This belongs to the brushers, though. You don't listen to anybody on this.
There it is. 3 for Manitoba here in the 5th. In this must-win game for both these teams, and Manitoba takes advantage of a pair of misses by the Quebec third France Charette, and they'll go to the 5th end break, leading by 3.
This sports break is brought to you by Neutrogena T-Gel. It works.
Hi, folks. Pleasure to welcome to the TSN Newsroom. I'm Michael Landsberg. The Canucks general manager Pat Quinn has confirmed that he is pursuing Bruin center Adam Oates. However, Quinn says he's not sure that he wants to mortgage the future.
They are looking for young players. Obviously, they want a decent middle young player that can play right now, but also they're looking for the good prospect that has a big upside. We have to determine whether or not the short-term fix is worth risking some long-term potential.
Pat Quinn will be on That's Hockey right after Sports Desk. The next edition of that comes up at 6:30 Eastern Time. We will take a break, then back to the Scott Tournament of Hearts right here on TSN. We'll see you at 6:30.
We make maple leaf wieners for Courtney, who will only eat Mr. Broccoli if he hasn't touched Mr. Gravy. We make maple leaf wieners for Tim, who says peas explode in his mouth. And for Caitlin, whose scrambled eggs must be shaped like little boats. Maple leaf wieners have a taste made especially for kids. For Kenny, who won't eat anything with sauce, and Jason, who won't eat anything without sauce, there will always be maple leaf.
If this was a commercial for Bounty Jumbo, it would end right here. But it's a commercial for Scott Towels Jumbo, which soaks up big spills as well as Bounty Jumbo. Yet Scott Towels Jumbo is 22% longer. Scott Towels, strong, absorbent, and lots on a roll.
4 sheets in play here in this 16th draw of this Scott Tournament of Hearts. A reminder, stay with us right after the game for the TSN Turning Point, brought to you by Interstate Batteries.
You know, racing for Interstate means my battery has enough power to run my car, as well as some other race necessities, like this mini fridge, my foot massager. Heck, I even had a big screen put in for my friends.
Another key game on the ice here in the 16th draw. Nova Scotia sitting at 5 losses, trying to stay alive against Team Canada. Final stone of the 5th for Colleen Jones in a record-tying 12th appearance. The inside roll, and she'll score 2 in 5 and take a 4-3 lead to their 5th end break. Must win for Nova Scotia to stay alive. Must win for either Quebec or Manitoba. Those are the big stories here in the 16th round in Vancouver.
Hello? Hello? Are you in there? Oh, ever wonder how some mechanics can quote you a package price on brakes without even seeing your car? Well, at Midas, the technicians aren't psychic. They always do a free written inspection first. And the price they quote is the price you pay. It's guaranteed. Just like the word. Midas, the way it should be. I see millions of people driving to Midas.
When the Hendrick team switched to Quaker State this year, I was talking with my crew chief about it, and he said they ran through all these tests. The dyno, the camshaft test, and the stuff beats all their standards. So I said, but don't forget, we won 8 races with last year's oil. And he said, yeah, but don't you forget, we also lost 24. Tough crowd.
Get your own special Quaker State NHL Cool Collectibles catalog when you buy your case of Quaker State Motor Oil, the official motor oil sponsor of the NHL.
The 1997 Scott Tournament of Hearts from Vancouver is brought to you by Pillowy Soft Purex Bathroom Tissue.
From the Agrodome, we've played 5, which means time to look at the numbers after 5, brought to you by AT&T Canada. Linda?
Well, it started out with Quebec having a chance in the first end to hit and stay for 2. Chantal rolled out. Since then, it's been all Manitoba, putting the pressure on Chantal. She hit against 3 and 4 to get her second point, the Quebec skip, but Manitoba with the big 3 in the last end. You'll see that draws are coming up a little bit. We saw them in the 60s actually earlier in the week, so the ice must be getting better. But Manitoba, the edge in the scoring and on the percentages. 80% for the Manitoba team's a solid number.
But clearly too many mistakes being made by the Quebec team. We noticed in the 4th, 2 mistakes by the Quebec 2nd, 7th, 2 mistakes by the Quebec 3rd and the 5th, and those mistakes will add up to points against you.
Yeah, they do, and they did. You just saw it there, yeah. Little missed stats for you. It's right on the ball today.
Little missed stats. As we go to the 5th, then Quebec tries to get back into it.
And they know how to do it. Chantal is showing us in her first appearance as a skip at the Scott Tournament of Hearts after many appearances with Agnes Charette, our reigning seniors champion, of course. She knows how to call the game. She knows she needs the corner guards up, get the one into the 3 guard zone area, try to get something going.
And as you pointed out before, Ray, you don't necessarily, you've got 5 ends, don't have to get them all back at once. You got hammer, get a deuce.
Like this?
And then play the next one and try to hold them and get 2 more.
And that's how you do it with corner guards, rocks out in front.
Let's play this.
You can see it always causes the opponent a little bit of time to think, or what'll I do? Will I tap my own up? Will I guard it? In this case, Allison's being asked to play the come around, get around the corner guard first and take the path away from the opponent. We've talked many times, it has to be partially tucked, so there's no hit and roll, and it has to be in front of the tee line.
Needs it for line. Hurry! Well, it's by. It's by. Well,
Allison Harvey.
sit.
Just a little bit too deep.
Yeah, too far back. Now with the stone, the corner guard is going to work, and the stone that you just threw will work against you.
Tight.
Sylvie Danielle's tight, says Chantal Osborne.
Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, Joël. Whoa. Il en masse de weight. Il en masse de weight. Kevin.
This email brought to you by Ford from Cindy Cook from Nanaimo. As a front-end player, what is the best way to learn how to judge weight for sweeping?
Well, Cindy, one of the things that you certainly want to do is to watch releases very closely, because it's so important. And you have to be able to relate to the speed that they're coming out of the hack. The stopwatch is very important to you in the judging of weight. And the other thing that I find really important is the positioning of the body. You must keep your body up nice and high so you can have a good feel for that weight as the rock is coming down. And of course, you can see exactly see the coming rings, so on and so forth. So I really think that it's one of those things, and you should work on it, and you should practice it. In other words, let your other members throw, and judge them quickly, and then be able to, in your own mind, say to yourself, this is 8 foot, this is 12 foot, or in many cases, as Linda has talked about, they use the the stopwatch from set down to the first hog line, and that you're seeing a lot more of that, Linda, to be able to tell whether or not that stone is overthrown or underthrown.
We just saw Fran Charette actually hit her watch to see if this one's the proper weight, trying to draw. One more thing about that, and you'll see that in this situation, the skip has to let the sweepers make the decision. They can't be always calling them off and on. Then you don't learn. Then you're never sure about it. Take the risk, decide yourself, and sweep the stone the way you think it should be swept.
Right on. Good question, Cindy.
Now that's a nice shot, and look at the little wall building up behind the stone. Now the red stone is second shot, but they're taking some chances trying to get something going here.
All started because of that stone, this stone here now that came in behind the tee line. That started all this action with a good corner guard thrown up by Chantal.
Oh, she's got. Yeah. Why not the guard? What?
You're up 3. You hate throwing guards, don't you?
Yeah, then she's got a corner guard and one to freeze to. Yeah. Why not? Let's play the guards please, last.
Well, you could come down here and try and hit this on the outside a little bit. I think with normal weight, drive it this way, try and get a little roll here. When you're up 3, they're going to play the guard. This is the shot rock back here. I hate guarding when I'm up 3. I like removing.
I agree.
Carol Harvey. So what would you do if you don't want to guard?
Well, I think you could throw normal weight and hit that on the outside.
Mine's okay. Well then, clean it. Just clean it. Just clean it. Get ready. Yep.
I know what she's worried about. She's worried about the jam.
If you're really worried about it and you really don't want to give up more than 2, you could peel the corner as well and see if they could get 2 into the 4-foot area, because you've really closed down the house for them at the moment. The best way they're going to generate points is getting hits and rolls and taps behind those guards.
Même weight.
There's a little port, the out turn through the red stone and the yellow stone in front to tap up the red one in the house.
Here in the 6th, with Manitoba leading 5-2 over Quebec. Team from Buckingham. They do have hammer. Joel Severin.
You make a good point about running off the corner too, Linda. That would have been a good shot. Run that corner right off of there. With your seconds,
Come on. Close. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, yeah. Quick. Come on.
Perfect line. Has it got enough weight to be there?
Whoa, my. Now, was that plan A or plan B?
I think actually she must have been playing the draw, because that was just draw weight. And when you saw the movement, Joelle's rock curled so hard past the guard, I'm not sure the tap was there. It's just an unbelievable shot.
So that was plan A. Let's give her the credit where the credit is due. Absolutely. Now your long guard. Now your long guard is causing you the problem. Oh, I hate that.
How about a guard? 1.
This is the guard you threw there.
Debbie Jones-Walker is shaking her head down the other end. I think she agrees with you. Don't particularly want to guard, but you want to try and hold them now?
Well, you know,
we got a guard, Deb.
You kind of got yourself into this.
We have to guard.
What if they tap ours out? Can't do theirs.
Well, what else are you gonna do? If you peel, she does the same thing. Peel, we could be screwed.
Well, if we peel, though, I mean, we have a double here. We could open it up.
If we peel, she taps hers back. She can split her. She's lying 3 buried.
But then, no, if we peel this red one, we throw. You know, if I try and come through the hole.
Do you want to come through the hole?
Shoot. This is the hole. This is the hole they're talking about here.
Jam, but at least mine will sit there, won't it?
You mean if you throw weight at it?
I'd have to, yeah. You want to take a time out?
Yeah, time.
First of 2.
Time to call Brother Don. I know one thing he's going to tell him. Why did you put that guard out there? 3-point lead. Some good execution by Quebec.
And right behind Jerry Tumulty, the skip for, or the coach for Quebec.
Should have been maybe sweeping yours.
Well, I know.
I know.
It's fine.
I know. I kept saying sweep it. Yeah, I know.
Interesting story while they're talking. We'll try and listen to them.
Tap.
Back weight or even just a heavy draw to get it in there. Sort of sit in front of it. They got swings enough in there that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the best call. Guarding the side is not bad, but yeah.
No, because then
early yet too. I mean,
it's your first one, eh?
yeah. Let's play the bump.
Okay.
What kind of weight do you want to play?
Back 8. Back 8. No, Al, it's okay if it's just in front of it.
But I don't want to. The only thing is I don't want to hit it. So
Yeah, but we don't need to be shot.
Yeah.
I want to have enough weight so if I hit something, I push them out of the house.
Play hack weight because of the way the rock get it.
Okay.
Okay, they're going to play the bump back. Interesting story. Don Harvey, the husband of Allison and the brother of Janet and Carol, curls with David Smith, a very, very, very good team
Well,
from
if you
Manitoba.
draw hack, this is all day here. If you don't hit it right. Yeah. Well, it's, you know.
Keeping our eye as well, the game between Nova Scotia Team Canada as they play the 6th 4-3, Nova Scotia leading. Final stone for Marilyn Bodo, the reigning Canadian and world champion, who this year has, or this week, has struggled and will not qualify for the playoffs. Through the hole, come across the face, punch it out, score 2. Possibly 3 now. Is there a biter at the top?
They're going to play the bump back. They're just discussing the weight. Board weight. Looks like they're going to play. Just to finish that quickly, Don Harvey curls with Dave Smith. Our viewers remember him from a few years ago at the Brier. And there's a big cash bond spiel in Saskatoon this weekend that Don was going to go and play in. And he said, well, I'll see how the team is doing on Wednesday and Thursday. So he was going to go. And he said he decided at the last moment he better not go. He said, I think that no matter how much the money is, if we happen to win in Saskatoon, it wouldn't be enough to cover the alimony payments that I'd have to pay Allison over the next few years.
Debbie Jones-Walker as Quebec has something going in Manitoba now, forced to do a little bailing.
Yep, hurry! Hurry!
What a great shot.
What a great shot by Debbie.
Great shot.
Good call by Don, too. This is one of these ends you'll say, how did we get into this?
Pistol. Good shot. Sweeping. They
Yeah,
really
we can
held
see
that,
one.
eh?
Yeah, Jerry Tumulty on the left, the Quebec coach going, gee whiz. And then, of course, there's
Don not wanting to look too happy.
Don just saying, hey.
Getting anything out of there.
Are we line 2?
Yeah,
reactions.
I think so.
A lot of supporters here for a lot of these teams, family. The Harveys are here, the Joneses are here.
Playing the run back now. Needing a little more weight with all those stones in play.
The first third stone for Quebec and France Charette.
Yeah! Yeah! Quick! Lâchez pas, lâchez pas. Ouvre la Joe, ouvre la Joe. Okay.
So the intern won't work?
No, I like the out.
Okay,
I think we'll be okay. Let me look at that. Oh, Debbie, it's your shot.
Boy, I tell you what.
I tell you, this team,
They're not really focused.
No. Goodness gracious, ladies.
Too much sleep.
Too much sleep.
But they're up 5-2.
We had way too much sleep last night.
What day is it?
Yellow one back for his shot. It looks like the yellow one top for his second shot, so they're trying to protect the red one just in front of Shot Rock from being pumped up.
Debbie Jones-Walker and her second. She made a terrific shot with her first.
Which she thought was her second.
Yeah.
Maybe she thought it was good enough for two.
Let it curl, let it work. I don't want to throw anymore.
Where is it? Just clean it, clean it. Whoa, on its own. Just clean it, clean it, clean it. Clean.
Cheesy.
Shot, Deb.
It really moved. I don't know how much they can see of that red one.
Looks to me like they can see enough of it to tap it back, Linda. You can't hit it on the outside though, can you? Because it's leaning against the yellow.
Ta vois-tu, elle?
You got to get to the nose.
Jerry Tabaldi, Yannick Berthelot on the left is the fifth player for this Quebec Championship team from the Buckingham Curling Club, about a 30-minute drive from Ottawa.
Chantal's going to clean house. One of the problems with trying to tap, if you just touch that yellow guard in front, it's not going anywhere because it'll jam on another guard, so you won't move things enough, and Chantal might not have a shot. I'm sure that's one of the thoughts in her mind.
Shut it.
Whoa. Okay.
Opened it up a little bit.
Gave you here? Gotta go there. Okay. Okay. Make sure you guys keep the brooms down, eh? Like even at the end, I don't want it to pick anything. Look how much ice this is. Holy.
They keep moving out into the 12 foot to find a spot that won't curl as much. She's very fast, isn't she, Ray?
Yeah, she doesn't take much time, boy.
There. Whoa. Whoa. Sit.
She's not sure about it.
You just curled a little too much.
More specific.
Just got to try and sneak it close by this one here. Try and get to the nose of this one. Just touch it back into this area here.
Un petit peu moins, France. Un petit peu moins. Je garoche comme back four. Je garoche back four.
The red one looks quite well hidden when you look at that angle. That's the one in the 4 foot to the left.
Promising end for Quebec, taken away by that raise by Debbie Jones-Walker, and now Chantal Osborne, the Quebec skip, with her first stone, trying to bump hers up for shot. got it by. Now that they tap it to, look at that, it'll spring off and be shot.
Hey, j'ai même robé, sacrifice. If I guard it?
You know, am I right that in fact, if she doesn't spring it off, there's enough weight there to push it out the back. She's glad to have that little spring there and just rub a little bit.
You think there was enough weight, Vic? I mean, I don't know.
I'm asking.
Yeah, well, I don't know either. I don't think so. Gets by. Oh, it maybe rubbed it too. Usually you pick that up, Vic.
My boss is
Did you miss that
I
little
missed
rub?
that one,
Yeah,
yeah.
me too. Without the rub, it may have had too much weight. Oh, yes, what a look at that. Great work.
With it anyways.
I always leave those little ticks for you to see, Vic.
I thought maybe it had, and now I'm afraid to say it because Vic's the one that usually catches those.
Oh, no, sure.
Quebec is shot now, though.
Just going to guard.
Deb, I can't see any of it. It's too hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really guard, Deb. Clean it. Clean it. Clean it. Well, on its own. Little rub. Yep.
Boy, you have to go way out there, don't you, with Iceland?
In some cases, you may have to take the other turn to try and guard that spot.
Faut pas que je la push-shot, par exemple. Hein?
Well, she'd have to jump this across is what she's looking at. Can I hit this across here?
Surtout si je la pogne mince, ça va aller sur elle, puis elle va venir.
Just potentially hurt herself? Or do you not think so?
I suppose there's a possibility. Also looking at the draw, I think the draw is there, although obviously she has to be very precise with
Ça
it.
rentrera jamais assez.
It's the draw that Linda's talking about.
Je pense pas, j'ai un shot pour deux, cher.
You wouldn't want to hit this one here thin. If you did, you came down here and hit that very thin, it would come off of this one here.
Voyez-vous
It might
quelque
go over and
chose?
push this yellow one back
Voyez-vous
up.
quelque chose?
So you're lying one now.
Ouais, mais j'ai peur de pousser elle. Shot.
That's
Si
exactly
je pogne elle
what
main,
she
je vais pogner elle,
sees.
mais elle, je vais la pogner par en avant, elle va remonter.
I guess that rig guard, you
Normal,
just
la
couldn't
moitié
curl
sur ça.
around it. You'd have to
Normal, la
raise
moitié
it.
sur ça, va sur moi. Non, hein? Ouais. Je la pogne ici, tu penses que... On peut pas se permettre de...
They're
on peut pas
talking
se
about
permettre de donner un.
hitting
là.
this big time and trying to jump it across. That's a
Right
tough shot.
push.
To throw big weight on that.
Je sais pas si on peut le shot. Je pense pas. Je pense pas qu'on peut le shot avec le draw.
Dans la boule. Je peux pas me permettre de gorocher puis prendre de leur donner un. Hein? Ou France, elle ramasse, je goroche tes laines, elle ramasse, on peut en pousser une dedans. Plein de jaune.
But you're right, Ray. She saw what you said. In fact, kicking off that yellow one at the back, coming up and pushing that yellow one up for shot.
Looks like they're just throwing it away.
Yep. One red. As Chantal Osborne decides she could hurt herself more than help herself here in 6. She'll take the 1 and trail by 2. Sylvie Danielle and Allison Harvey are the leads. Joel Sabrin, Carol Harvey throw second stones. France Charette, Debbie Jones-Walker are the thirds, and the skips for Quebec from Buckingham, Chantal Osborne, and for Manitoba from the Valor Road Curling Club in Winnipeg, Janet Harvey.
This is the 8th and final game of the series. In the game, a 5-all tie. Hands it on that wing. Here's a shot. Henderson made a wild stab, work, fell. Here's another shot. Right by the score. Henderson.
Relive one of hockey's greatest moments with this 1997 silver dollar from the Royal Canadian Mint. Order now. Call 1-800-267-7000.
When people hear the Hendrick Motorsports team switch to Quaker State this year, they'll probably think Quaker State wrote us a big check. Well, that's not how it happened. First, it had to pass our camshaft test. Then it had to pass our dyno test. Then it had to pass a track test. Then they wrote us the big check.
Look for the new Quaker State NHL Cool Collectibles catalog at all dealers displaying this sign. You can get great NHL League and team-identified items when you have your oil changed with Quaker State, the official motor oil sponsor of the NHL.
This is my idea of a challenge. So when I took the high endurance challenge from Old Spice, that's what I thought I was getting into. What I got was a sure thing. High endurance deodorant. It evaporates less quickly than the leading stick. It also lasts longer and protects better. Old Spice even guarantees it. Or call 1-800-PROVE-IT and they'll buy you a stick of yours. So if you're looking for a real challenge, the sky's the limit. If you're looking for the best deodorant, try high endurance from Old Spice. Because now you've got proof. And a guarantee.
Deli shaved Black Forest ham, oven roasted turkey and chicken, assorted sub.
Popular downtown deli or the Winklers on Maple Street. Introducing the new and improved taste of Maple Leaf sandwich meats that will turn your home into a deli. Deli shaved Black Forest ham, oven roasted turkey and chicken. Sub Express with ham, bologna, and summer sausage.
You forgot the mustard on table 7.
And you forgot your check.
New Maple Leaf sandwich meats. Taste that's a cut above.
Linda Moore and Ray Turnbull have put together a series of 3 videotapes featuring world champions Kim Gillard and Jeff Stoughton. Curling mechanics, strategy, and a viewer's guide. Here's how to order. 1-800-454-8888. Well, Chantal Osborne decided she couldn't do anything with her second stone, but she made the most of her first.
I tell you, if it wasn't for Chantal, this team really would not be in the game. She's made some wonderful shots, and this one was very, very tricky. You'll see it did rub, now that we've seen it on a replay. It does rub the top one, but still has enough to push the other red one in for a shot. Big swing here, but they did manage to get just a tiny rub so that it didn't take the stone completely out of play. And there's the raise.
For 1, and Manitoba leads 5-3 as they go to 7. Updating some other games in this 16th draw here at the Agrodome in Vancouver. New Brunswick against Ontario. Allison Goring guaranteed a playoff spot, playing the 7th against Heidi Hanlon from New Brunswick. Makes the hit and rolls the shooter in. Will pick up the single and trail 6-5. Kathy Floyd not playing in that game. The 5th player, Sherry Stewart, is playing 5th for Heidi Hanlon. Nova Scotia against Canada. Colleen Jones, final stone, trailing by 2. Throws it into the pocket and gets her single, and Canada leading 6-5 over Nova Scotia and Jones from Halifax. And a reminder there that Nova Scotia is one of those teams sitting at 5 losses and needing the win to stay alive. And both these teams, of course, sitting at 5 losses. So the winner gets to play on. The loser is eliminated.
2 great shots by Quebec this end. This is what they need. Sylvie got the first guard up. Manitoba drew to the open side. And Sylvie made the perfect hit and roll to the top of the button. You just saw Manitoba miss the peel attempt. So now Quebec can place another stone, tuck it around that guard, and keep it high in the house and protect that shot rock.
Quick! Where? Come on! Quick! Come on, Scaffine!
We can bet this Quebec team is not going to give up on this game. They got their single. They're only down 2. It seems to me that Manitoba just really, as well, by their own admission, just not in the game somehow. Forgetting, you know, who has last rock, and that last end, you're up 3 points, and there's, I think there was 12 or 13 stones in play. So
Carol Harvey.
You better start concentrating, or you're going to lose a game like this, because this team can bounce right back. They'll never give up.
Hurry, come on. I don't know.
Manitoba does have hammer here in 7.
Good chance for Chantal. Get Joelle to come around, freeze to the face of the stone, or just even to the top 8 foot, top 4 foot.
Taylor, wait. Taylor, come on. Whoa. 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 Whoa, whoa, whoa. Finissez-la. Whoa.
Don't want to set up a double.
Go, 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 go. Okay, Joelle.
Time for the CIBC brain teaser. When was the last time a team that did not win the round robin outright, finish in first place, go on to win the Scott Tournament of Hearts?
Yep. Hurry! 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 Whoa! Hurry! Whoa!
Give you the answer in a little while.
Whoa!
Pretty nice shot.
Good shot.
Carol Harvey gets them off the button. Leaves her shooter sitting shot stone. Manitoba with the hammer.
The first indication was that they would try hit and roll with this shot. If they do it, though, they have to be careful not to jam it.
Third stones, and this is France Charette.
Whoa! Whoa, 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 drette là, drette là. C'est beau, France.
Debbie Jones-Walker.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Okay. Okay, that's a good shot.
This is a very good shot, because if you're going to play it, you can't get the roll without jamming.
Try and hit and stay right there with France's shot. Playing the in turn.
Close. Whoa. Attention. Yeah, yeah. Quick. Come on, hard. Go, France.
Again, sits right there.
It's been a solid end by Quebec. Just the one rock that came a bit too deep and allowed Manitoba to get out of this situation a little bit by opening things up. But otherwise, just terrific shots.
Are you content with just the hit and stick there, or do you risk, in fact, the hit and roll and maybe jamming the yellow stone back?
Oh, you can make a double of that, because there are 2 opposition stones in this case. So you'd like to come across a little bit and get the roll and maybe make the double.
Well, the last one, there was no roll possibility, but this one, a couple of options for Debbie.
Hurry, 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 hurry. Come on, hard. Hurry.
Oh, she'll crash in front.
I don't know. Did that pick something, do you think?
Debbie Jones-Walker wondering what happened.
Ça. Ouais.
It's really hard to tell. It's already
thought it maybe
taken off
shaped.
by that point. I didn't see it make a jump, but it certainly curled more than the others
Yeah, it
ahead.
sure did. Especially with that weight.
Non, juste un drap. Drap ici.
Good opportunity
Ça, là?
for Quebec.
En arrière de celle-là?
Looking at coming in
Curl
here.
beaucoup à la fin.
What she talked about. She could tap this one back. Over to there and sit here.
Le drap en arrière. Top 4.
Just to draw top 4. Looks like she's playing.
Voyez-vous d'autres choses? Non.
Skip stones, and this is Chantal Osborne.
Et 4, Joe.
Je suis forte, France. Split. Split. Yes. Yes.
They're communicating weight in line and talking about now playing something on that front one, maybe rubbing off it, tapping it over.
Celle-là, Joe. Celle-là.
It was good communication because it was definitely a little heavy.
Well, we have some choices here. I like this. Easy.
This is the straight turn, out turn, hit on this. Try and get the roll.
Just easy here. Roll it to your
Get
side.
this one here.
Fully.
You can make the double, but try and get the roll over here.
Now, this one, as compared to playing the one on the other side, Linda, why?
There's a couple of options here, doubles. They know the spot very well. We've seen how straight it goes.
Whoa! Off!
Finish.
It is. Runs very straight.
I think maybe still too much ice. It's a spot we've seen every time. I think you can hold it with the brushes if you tighten the ice.
Aimes-tu ça?
Aimez-vous ça?
Non, ça c'est bon. Elle sera frappée. C'est pour un, fait que. Pas mauvais pour nous autres, ça. En avant, là, c'est encore meilleur. Plus que... Moi, je la mets un petit peu plus en avant. Ouais. Encore plus, je pense. Ouais, parce que je t'avais à Kate, l'autre.
Where's she going with this one?
Il va beaucoup à la fin.
She's trying to get it so maybe they can see the whole back rock, the red one now that's sitting shot rock, it appears, back 8 foot. Maybe bait them into going after that. If they tick hers, of course, she'll have a chance to steal.
Full eight, full eight, full eight.
Also, if Janet hit the open one, she'd have to roll in against those other two to get shot rock.
Full 8 foot is what she says.
She knew she was a little heavy on that first one. She has to make the adjustment.
She's taking a little more ice as well.
Gotta go. Gotta go. Okay, have a look.
Sylvie Danielle, Joel Sabara.
Have a look. Have a look.
Final stone for Quebec here.
Pas trop creux.
Trailing 5-3. Manitoba does have hammer, but they'll be...
Ah ouais, down, colle down.
No, we don't want it in there.
Correct.
Can she hit that for shot?
I think so.
Like, how do I hit it?
What I threw,
Can't move anywhere, though, can she?
Whatever ice I had on the first one.
Like that? It's just easy, though. I don't want to be rolling anywhere.
Can't afford much of a roll, if anything.
A tiny bit to the inside, but nothing to the outside, where you would roll too far.
Looks like she has to at least bite the blue.
Looking at 3 is obviously a huge shot
Just
for the
easy
Manitoba
here,
skip.
eh?
Now we saw Debbie Jones, maybe her stone caught something. A lot of curl here.
Yep.
Final stone against 3. Look at it go. Look at it go. Now she can't afford to roll very much. Look at the roll. Look at the roll. Look at the roll. It'll hang on.
Sweeping.
Great brushing. You knew it was going to curl there. As you mentioned, Vic, Debbie Jones' rock curled there.
Little anxious. Manitoba gets their 1. They lead 6-3.
Your All-Stars, performing all-star feats. They're the reason we make the new 98 Windstar with the most powerful engine in its class, plus over 40 standard safety features. In fact, Windstar is the only minivan to earn 5 stars, the highest rating in U.S. government front-end crash tests. A pretty spectacular feat in itself. The new 98 Ford Windstar, created for the most important people in the world.
At Maple Leaf, when we reduce the fat in our new lean and light wieners and bologna, we tested the taste with families just like yours. We found we could reduce the fat by 60%, and lean and light would still have that mouth-watering Maple Leaf taste. Any less fat? Well then, we'd appeal to only some members of the family. The uncompromised great taste of new Maple Leaf Lean and Light. Taste that's a cut above.
Maybe you think only those fast lane types need a Nokia cellular phone.
Bill, Bob, I'm running late.
Well, now Nokia's making cellular phones so easy.
So, cover for me during finger paints?
They're practically child's play.
Right, it's Science Day.
With Nokia's big screens, easy to find names and numbers, and sleek designs.
Coach, could you handle Sandbox for me? I'm like in a 4-lane parking lot. We're talking rest period before I get there. Oh, I forgot my show and tell.
So now we can all be in the fast lane. Nokia, Europe's leading cellular phone, also made in America, connecting people.
Purex has gone to great lengths to give you a longer-lasting bathroom tissue. Purex Double Roll. With twice as many pillowy soft sheets on every roll, it takes forever to run out. Purex Double Roll. Pillowy softness that lasts twice as long.
Let's get you caught up on what else is happening in this 16th draw. Saskatchewan against British Columbia as they play the 8th final stone for Kelly Owen and her team from the Richmond Curling Club against Saskatchewan and Sandra Schmerler. And this is a draw against 2. And boy, you know, they like to say if you only played this way earlier in the week, Kelly, you wouldn't be in this position. She, of course, is eliminated and giving the 2-time Canadian World Champion a battle. Nova Scotia, Canada. Final stone for Marilyn Bodo, the reigning champion. And she struggled this week, but here gets her single and leads 7-5 over Nova Scotian Colleen Jones, who must win to have any chance of qualifying for a tiebreaker or playoff spot. And New Brunswick against Ontario and Heidi Hanlon. This team from the Thistle St. Andrews. Heidi, of course, made it to the final of the Scott Tournament of Hearts back in 1991. And she'll draw there for the deuce and a 7-5 lead over Allison Goring. Which brings us back to our featured game. Manitoba sweated it out, hung around the edge of the floor for their single in 7, so it's 6-3 Manitoba leading. Quebec with hammer as we in play here in 8.
Hurry! Needs it. Hurry. Come on, you guys. It's got back here. Pass this one. Hurry! Sorry.
Well, Janet defended the corner guard by going around it. I was saying to you in the break that I would be tempted to have thrown my first rock through. She tried to get it to the top 4 foot. She got it to the top 12 foot. And for sure, I would either tried the tick on the corner guard or just thrown the next one through. I don't want any rocks in play at this point. I got I'm up 3 playing 8s, and I got control, but
Chantal's playing the quiet hit on shot rock, trying to roll a little bit.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
A shot. You have to wonder if Quebec maybe just got out of the starting blocks a little slowly. They're playing so well now, and of course they had that tough game before this one against Alberta. Manitoba, on the other hand, had a couple of draws off. That's the schedule, the timing. We talk about when you play and how you're playing. So Quebec maybe just a little tired, but they're certainly playing well now.
this one's wide open. The other thing you could do on this shot is peel the guard.
Whoa.
The Manitoba second, Carol Harvey.
Come on, hurry! 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 Hurry!
Joel Severin.
Yep, yep. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Elle passe pas entre les deux, les filles. Whoa. Okay, bon.
Now I would peel the guard for sure.
Not a peel? Go normal, bully.
Carol Harvey will try the peel.
Out. Shot.
Just keep spinning. Put it back up.
Let's go to it.
Another corner.
Coming to the other side, she can make a play on that red one that's in front of the yellow in the house and eventually spill the shooter in and score the red one. But she's trying to save that if she wants to play that later, so she's coming to the other side first.
Dedans au moins. OK, wow, wow, elle sera pas dedans. Hein?
It's a good shot.
Trop tard. Okay.
And a good call.
Pas grave. C'est beau, ça.
I think we do this, eh? Throw normal.
What the camera sees, and now what you see.
Whoa, whoa! Whoa, off! Yep.
Debbie Jones-Walker, you don't particularly like this.
Well,
Okay, whoa, whoa. Clean it. Just clean.
Well, I guess
Good shot.
I peeled the guard on the other side, actually. That's where she's going. I would have peeled the corner guard.
Thought being that those two stones on the top 12, first of all, the red stone wasn't in it, so it doesn't hurt you.
And they were tighter to the rings, harder to get around.
Ben de la place. Ben de la place. Il y a ben de la place. Ben de la place. Tons.
Lots of room. France shot at.
Yep.
Might want to take it back, though.
Yep. Okay.
Quebec with hammer and trailing by 3 here in 8. Debbie Jones-Walker.
Yep. Hurry!
Yep.
meant if you'd taken the red one back and the nose hit was made, you could now draw to it and be shot. Now they have to tap it or hit it.
Back ring!
Back ring weight. Come down, just tap this back to here and try and roll over to there behind that corner guard. Perfect weight. Linda just didn't make a move. Maybe a touch strong.
I like to the open. I like the center line here, Deb. Just easy.
Manitoba wants to get away from this stone, so they'll want to hit this here and roll over to this area here.
Just easy here.
Still, Quebec will have a roll behind this one, or I'll cross the sheet again behind that one.
Janet Harvey in the first for the Manitoba skip here in this 8th.
Oh. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Whoa, off. Off. Whoa. Just a little roll.
Sac weights. Ouais, comme celui. Sac.
Playing it quietly to try and control the line so that they can get one of these rolls. No, she's now saying, I'm going to throw a little more weight. Less ice, more weight.
Looking for a roll.
Wants to score at least 2. She has hammer here. Quebec, Chantal Osborne.
Quick! Hurry, Liffey, hurry! Quick!
It's too far.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah. So you gotta really be careful. You gotta be really.
Just throw.
It's not gonna. Remember, it curls everything that curls that way.
It's gonna keep your weight normally.
Yeah. Well. Let me look. Yeah, I'll keep it normal.
And we know that Janet Harvey loves to throw quickly. When you worked with her, did you ever ask her to slow down the mechanics a little bit, or
No.
has it never bothered her?
No, not at all. She sets herself. She gets it clear in her mind. When she gets in the hack,
Keep my weight up a little bit.
and that's her way. There's lots of examples of people. I'm sure you've seen, Linda, through the best example that I played with for many years with Don Dugan. Once he set for the hack, his belief was, the more I look at it, the smaller it gets.
Yep.
Whoa.
Now the frost, it'll run pretty straight in this frost we found, Linda. Sometimes it'll track on the frost line, and you are close to the boards. She didn't overthrow it.
The roll.
And sits right there, and so now Osborne with her final stone will be facing 2.
Sweeping that ran really goofy. Yeah.
And she'll just ignore those 2 stones. They're only in the 12 foot, so Chantal will play the draw.
Tout à l'heure, c'est vu, je t'ai demandé hack, t'as sorti hack weight, toi, puis j'ai donné 2 pouces de plus que ça. Ben, moi aussi, j'étais sur ce bord-là de la ligne. Même chose, 23,24.
24.
This is the quick spot. We've seen if they move out a little bit, it'll slow down a bit, but this is nicely down the middle.
The stone now belongs to these 2 brushers. They know exactly how far where they have to get it to. So you're listening to no one. You're judging it yourself. fine job they did.
For the single here in 8. And so Quebec again gets within 2. But with just 2 ends to play, could that be too much to make up?
This sports break is brought to you by Kellogg's, the best to you each morning.
Hi, folks. Pleasure to welcome you to our control center. I'm Michael Landsberg. Sports Desk, 6:30 Eastern Time, or whenever the curling is over, and we will have some baseball highlights for you. That's right. Spring has sprung, and let's take a peek at some right now. It's the Orioles against the Twins. Brad Radke got the start for the Twins. Baltimore's Jimmy Key in his new uni also saw some action. Manny Alexander facing Radke in the second with Tony Tarasco on. Base hit to left field. Tarasco scores 1-0 for the Orioles. Then Brady Anderson goes deep to center field here, and Anderson, who swung such a hot bat last year, starts off swinging pretty well here. They won't track it down. 12-4 Baltimore over Minnesota. Highlights of that game, more extensive, plus other baseball action. And our top story is Dave Sapongis, one of the best ever in the Canadian Football League after just 7 seasons, has stepped down from the Calgary Stampeders. We'll see you on Sports Desk after the curling, and we'll get back to that after a break.
Oh, Mom, second ball, huh?
Yeah, well, I have a very big day today. Oh, and remember, I have a date tonight.
Who's the guy?
Robert.
Rob. You know, Mom, I really don't like the way that guy looks at you.
Kind of like the same way Jan looks at you.
He's just a friend.
Well, that's not what your friend told me.
Part of your life, all of your life. Kellogg's Corn Flakes.
We make maple leaf wieners for Courtney, who will only eat Mr. Broccoli if he hasn't touched Mr. Gravy. We make maple leaf wieners for Tim, who says peas explode in his mouth. And for Caitlin, whose scrambled eggs must be shaped like little boats. Maple leaf wieners have a taste made especially for kids. For Kenny, who won't eat anything with sauce, and Jason, who won't eat anything without sauce, there will always be maple leaf.
Time to give you the answer to our CIBC brain teaser. When was the last time a team that did not win the round robin, finish first, go on to win the Scott Tournament of Hearts?
I think Heather Houston was in that position, but I'm not sure about anybody after that.
Alison Goring in 1990. I think she finished in a tie-breaking position that year and then went on to win. A live update for you, the game between Nova Scotia and Team Canada, 7-5. Marilyn Bodo leading. This the final stone for Colleen Jones and her team from the Mayflower Club in Halifax. This is a draw for 2 and a tie game. Remember now, Jones, one of those teams at 5 losses, looking to stay alive. And she'll pick up her deuce. The problem is she won't have Hammer coming home, so she'll have to steal her way to stay alive.
Well, Janet Harvey had a chance to talk to her brother and coach Don during the break, and he said she's going to throw it short. You draw to the open side. They did that, and Chantal now is going around. It's not buried, so Janet will try and hit it. Had she buried it perfectly, Janet would have then peeled off the front rock.
Or that one.
She could even peel it off now if she wanted.
Go normal.
Allison Harvey.
Hurry! Hurry! Hurry, hurry! Jeez, I knew that was gonna happen.
Got nothing but trouble.
Jeez.
Well, you know, just kind of should have, I mean, left it and got the peel, I guess. But it's easy to second guess up here, you know, when you had the back one, too.
So here's what's going on here. Saskatchewan, we know, will clinch first place with a win. We already know BC is eliminated. Nova Scotia will eliminate themselves if they lose, and they have to steal. Team Canada, the defending champions, are out. New Brunswick is out. Ontario is in the playoffs. And either of these two teams, Quebec or Manitoba, in this crucial 16th draw game, the loser is eliminated.
Easy fast, boys. Easy. Yep.
OK, Bill. C'est beau. C'est beau.
Just peel this way.
After the double peel or single peel, Janet decides just peel the one, the most dangerous one, the one on center line.
Whoa! Whoa!
Carol Harvey.
Stop! Yep. Hurry! Hurry!
That was definitely plan B.
You certainly don't want those center rocks out there. Maybe plan C. Someplace way down the report card.
Joel Severin.
Looks like one of my report cards.
I was going to say, you've seen that before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never did see a B.
Yeah.
I never saw a B.
Okay.
So Danielle said,
Come on, finish it.
come on, move over. Now it'll slip behind the tee line as well.
This free guard zone really makes it interesting.
Same
doesn't
way.
it, Lily?
It sure does. You're always thinking, you know, the opponent can get the one up there unless you try that tick, which we know is
toughest shot in the game now.
Then you know you're going to be facing at least one guard, and they have a chance to come around it.
Hurry, roll it out. Right over.
Shot, Billy. Sweeping.
So now do we look at constant guards from Quebec?
You bet.
Try and position them right on that center line.
Francheret. So we play third stones in this ninth end with Manitoba leading by 2, 6-4, and they have the hammer. All the games coming to an end here in this 16th draw. You won't miss a thing. We'll keep you updated.
Now, a really good point you made earlier in the week, Vic, is coming back. Remember when we were talking about when the ice is very keen, how difficult it is to place the guards? Well, the middle of the week, or a few days ago, it was very frosty, and then it was hard to get them to go into the house almost. You were always placing them up front, and now again with it being fast, the guards are sliding, and that one's a little bit too tight.
Live update for you, Saskatchewan against British Columbia. Final stone coming up for Sandra Schmerler and her team from the Cali Club in Regina. The opportunity here to win and clinch first place. They lead 5-4 over BC and Kelly Owen. To clinch first, the two-time Canadian and world champion got a piece, a little bit, enough to push it. No. And so they'll play an extra. Steal a one by BC. It's 5-5. So first place is still out there for both Ontario and Saskatchewan.
Well, in our game over here in Manitoba, the worst possible thing happened. Debbie Jones-Walker got the jam, and the red shot is she hit the red rock back onto the red rock in the house, and it stayed there, and the yellow rock stayed out in front. So that's certainly not what you wanted. Chantal Osborne has a good chance now to steal a point here, keep herself alive.
Watch this one.
She's thinking of trying to get them both off.
You gotta watch that back one, eh? That side one.
I guess I can get ours, eh?
Well, you can, but I don't think you can get it. Well, and she tucks one in again. I like the double peel. Let's play that, and who cares if it jams?
Talking about where the stones will spill once she tries this peel.
Yeah. No, there's not enough room there. There's not enough room. No. No, it goes to here.
Now here was the last stone by Debbie Jones-Walker.
Yeah, here's the double jam I was talking about. Just warning the first one off. She'd like to kill the back one, but you don't want this jam. There it is. Leave the shooter there.
And the shooter now is in a better position. It's closer to the pin, the button, and the guard stays out front.
What turn? Normal. Okay. Normal. Well, yep.
She threw the big weight, which she needs for this double peel.
Whoa! Whoa!
Debbie Jones-Walker.
Whoa!
There's a jam they knew would happen.
Okay, good shot.
And the guard didn't move over that far.
No, he did touch. I was right in front of it, didn't touch. Oh, OK. En avant, c'est bon. Oui. J'aimerais ça m'en venir ici. On sait pourquoi. Un petit peu plus. Ah, le gars, il était un petit peu plus sur sa ligne tantôt, c'est pour ça. Oui. Top 12. Guard, mais c'est parce que je veux pas y rester encore le...
Try and tuck it around the yellow just a little bit. Top 12 foot, middle 12 foot, it's fine. Lie 3.
Oui, c'est ça. La ligne en premier, OK, les filles?
Linda, would you also maybe want to tuck this one? Do you want it just lined up perfectly, or do you tuck it a little bit behind that yellow to take away the raise?
Yeah, you don't want the double for sure. So a little quarter behind the guard would be perfect. She was trying to throw guard weight and leave it to the sweepers and the person in the house to judge that. And this one, as I mentioned earlier, is really sliding.
Whoa.
It's almost lost its turn now.
Whoa.
It has lost its turn and it turned back.
Oh no, it was going to come right across and be top 4 foot.
Okay.
That is another very fortunate break for Manitoba. This young lady's had some bad breaks today. She's made some great shots.
You want to play it the other way?
Update for you, New Brunswick against Ontario. Heidi Hanlon for the Thistle St. Andrews with a chance to run Allison Goring in Ontario. Out of rocks here in 10. New Brunswick leading 8-5. And there it is. So New Brunswick will win it 8-5, the final score. And the New Brunswick skip and team will finish at 4-7. Ontario finishes round robin play at 7-4. Guaranteed a place in the final 4. Heidi Hanlon has got it going a little late.
Yep.
Janet Harvey, the first stone for the Manitoba skip, trying to take advantage of a bit of a break.
Whoa!
Got them both.
That's a great shot. She got the opportunity that she may not have had if that stone hadn't changed turn, Linda. And she took full advantage of it.
I guess so. Force à prendre.
So do you make a play on it, or do you try and somehow get into the house if you're Quebec?
You watch this stone here. It looks like it's okay. It doesn't have a lot of handle on it. Sometimes when you, well, not bad, but all of a sudden it just sort of, maybe should have been keeping it clean, maybe.
I think it caught something.
And it just caught something, and it changed its turn. And leaves Janet Harvey this double takeout, and she makes no mistake. She was in trouble.
And now Quebec has called a timeout.
OK, mais si je l'enlève, ça veut dire prends ton 1, nous autres, on va aller pour 3. Puis si on va... Hein? Ouais, c'est ça. Ça devrait pas faire. OK. OK. Attention, pas vite. Juste bump, c'est bon, ça? Bump, bump. C'est de rester.
I think if you hit that on the nose, Janet can't hit it back for shot.
Good point. She'll, maybe could. Chantal probably, if it's sitting anywhere there, she'll just hit it and concede the one. Get this, come across and hit this one here on the nose. Sit right there.
Un petit peu plus.
Force Manitoba to hit you, hit the second shot rock, and give up a single. Because she won't be drawn against the 2. Wouldn't think.
I wouldn't be.
I wouldn't be.
J'ai juste en donné plus. Just bump.
Final stone for Quebec.
Oh, ben, wow. Attention, yes! Quick! Whoa! Whoa! Yeah! Yeah!
This is where it curls so much, remember?
Tabarouette.
And right there.
Good shot.
Now the dilemma.
You just hit it and give up a single.
What do you guys like?
You'd maybe get the double if you can catch a
I
hip.
can draw.
All right, she's going to draw. Well, I wouldn't be drawing here.
Well, again, I'll come back to what you always say. It's what you feel.
Yeah, of course. You're right. You're right. Can't hit the 8-foot, I guess.
Perfect. Just be careful in this straight spot here, eh? It's a little bit keener.
Now we're keeping our eye on this game between Nova Scotia and Team Canada as well. Nova Scotia, with 5 losses, does not have last draw. Colleen Jones, with her final stone, is drawing against 2. She needs to be shot stone, so she needs a piece of the blue, or she has been eliminated.
Hurry. There you go. Mine's great. Have a look. Have a look. Have a look, guys.
And meanwhile, Janet Harvey is drawing against 2. So 2 very important shots and 2 very big games here.
Janet's hung on.
For the single point at the back 8. And it's all over between Canada and Nova Scotia. They'll pick up their single point for an 8-7 win. And Colleen Jones and Nova Scotia have been eliminated with their 6th loss here in Vancouver.
Thanks.
So drama on 2 sheets here in this 16th draw as we continue to narrow the field. One more team has been eliminated, and Quebec now will really have to fight. They'll trail by 3.
In a clinic like this, I can't stop for a headache. The doctor here told me about Advil. It's tough on pain, and it really works fast. In fact, 1 Advil is so effective, 1 is often enough. And for cold and sinus congestion, there's Advil Cold and Sinus. It's tough on colds, like Advil is on pain. And now it's available without a prescription.
Advil and Advil Cold and Sinus. Tough on pain, tough on cold congestion.
The pain of arthritis and joint stiffness can get the better of many people. So today, there's coated extra strength aspirin with the power to relieve your worst pain right where it hurts. Aspirin, it really knows your pain.
Maybe you think only those jet set types need a Nokia cellular phone.
Hi, it's me. Flight's delayed.
Well, now Nokia's making cellular phones so easy.
Late. Can I skip my bath?
They're practically child's play.
Attention, Flight 11 is delayed.
Can I call you back?
With Nokia's big, easy-to-read screens, last number redial, and sleek designs.
No, don't hold dinner. I'm eating my body weight in hot dogs. No, wait up. You gotta tuck me in.
So get set to join the jet set. Nokia, Europe's leading cellular phone, also made in America, connecting people.
You can feel the cottony softness, cottonelle. Feel the cottony softness,
Getting late now in the 16th draw of the Scott Tournament of Hearts from the Agrodome in Vancouver. Here are all the scores. Extra end now. Saskatchewan and British Columbia playing for first place in that game. Team Canada wins to eliminate Nova Scotia. The final there, 8-7. New Brunswick beats Ontario. Ontario already in the Final Four despite the loss. And Manitoba in control without Last Rock, leading by 3. The winner still stays alive.
Good sweeping, Deb. Good sweeping.
Well, Quebec needs rocks in front to try and generate their offense. They've got one up. Manitoba's been throwing theirs through.
No. Okay.
Keeping it clean, but now they'll have a chance to
What do you think
peel.
about hitting this one? It's easier to get around this one. I'll try the double peel. Throw normal, bully.
So now, did you seem to agree with Ray in terms of that drawing, you know, hitting, giving up the one?
No, actually, the shot Janet played was fine. It's just you saw what happened to her rock. She was having to draw away from center, which is a skip makes you nervous. You're drawing to a smaller portion of the house. Now, she only had to hit 8 foot, which certainly was a benefit. No, there's a miss. But she also had to throw down that straight track we talked about for takeouts, and that always reacts differently for your draws. It carries the stone much further, and so you're not really sure of the feel and the weight.
Right. Carol Harvey flashing by the guard.
Go, Joe.
So the theory is if you have 2 guards up and you have last drop, if you can bury behind each of them, you can get your 3.
Quick!
Theory says that.
Theory. That means you have to execute.
Quick! Come on! Come on! Go, Joe. Go, V. Go, V. Freeze this way. Freeze this way. Okay.
This one, eh? It's not gonna do much, though. What do you think, Deb? No. Well, you could if you threw parking lot, but I don't think it's... I don't think these are gonna double, though. Okay, let's do this.
Carol Harvey trying to make amends for her first stone.
Jeez, you can't hear anything. What, couldn't...
Yeah, this building a little more
Can't hear
alive,
anything.
little louder because of the fact that BC is into that extra end against Saskatchewan in a 5-5 tie over there. Saskatchewan does have hammer on opposite side of the Agrodome, and that's where we'll go right now. Saskatchewan with last rock as Joelle Sabourin throws her second for Quebec in the 10th. Saskatchewan, by virtue of Ontario's loss to New Brunswick, even should they lose this game, will still finish first.
Come on! Quick!
Quebec with a come around and another little touch. Now the BC rock bottom left is the yellow stone. It looks like just full 8 foot. So Sandra appears to be tapping her own. She only has to move a few inches.
Short.
And she, with her last
This
one, Kelly
short.
Owen, got the rub off that red stone to
Which
kill
one, this one or the
a
double?
red stone in the top 8. So that's how she got in behind so well. This for the win, to finish, to improve their record to 8-2. And she already has first place. And trying to send out the message, if she hasn't already, she is the best team here this week so far.
She just has to touch this.
Just a little bump for the win. There it is. A 6-5 win for Saskatchewan and Sandra Schmirler from the Cali in Regina to move her record to 8-2, while British Columbia and Kelly Owen dropped to 3-7. First place for Saskatchewan.
Yeah, I didn't stumble on that. Didn't stumble, fart and fall.
Francheret.
There's no rocks in the house. They need to count 3 of their last 4. That one will stop back 4. Back 8, rather. And it looks like it's pretty well buried.
Just peel off the front one.
Debbie Jones-Walker as Manitoba tries to run Quebec out of rocks here at 10. Quebec does have hammer, but trailing by 3.
Good.
The only game remaining now in this 16th draw.
Well, the green machines look very strong all week, haven't they, Vic?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, they just handle all situations, and as you and Linda point out, they're playing this week. Well, they can play all games, but they decided to play this week a little more open, little cleaner game.
It's kind of her style, I think. Linda, don't you agree?
Not taking any risks, and when the ice got a little frosty, that was when they started to actually pull away a bit. Other teams that were playing aggressively got caught sometimes on the ice.
Here, remember, be careful with this.
That one didn't bury. Both Quebec stones open for Manitoba to hit.
Okay, don't jump this, eh? Runs really straight, just easy. Roll in front of the other one, or whatever.
Whoa! Yep! Hurry! Hurry! Jeez!
Get them both. Oh, the rub off the one at the back.
That's a little too light. I mean, playing it easy is one thing, but that had no weight.
Down weight?
Yeah.
So Quebec, with 2 stones remaining, has to make them count.
That was pretty light, though, Janet. I think, anyway.
Spin Y.
Seemed to
Spin
be.
Y.
I mean, you don't want to fire it down there or anything, but that was kind of like, it wasn't even hack weight, I don't think,
Elle va aller pousser avec les couvertes en toute façon.
or just hack weight.
Ah, France, la même chose. Moins.
changing the turn, playing the other way. They needed to bury, though, on third's last rock. They needed to have one covered.
Yep, Lord.
Get this one covered. They still had a chance. But
Okay. Whoa.
the other one open in the house, Manitoba can just hit it.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Well, she has exactly the same shot if she wishes.
That's good, Deb, right there. No, 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 more. Deb, more. Deb, what's my in?
Yeah, there's not much you can do here. Huh? You've had a great run. You've come down. You didn't get a couple of breaks went against you.
She just doesn't give me the ice I asked for.
Yeah, you got to, as a third, you got to let the skip call the ice and call a shot. I mean, no point planting any negatives, you know. And she said, "I'm going to throw it easy. I want a little more ice."
So the final stone for Manitoba here in 10 and a chance to run Quebec out of stones. Allison Harvey, Carol Harvey,
Clean
just
it, clean it, clean it,
keeping
clean
it clean. And Manitoba will play on here at this 97 Scott Tournament of Hearts. 7-4 the final score. A Manitoba win means they're 5-5. Quebec, Chantal Osborne has been eliminated.
Jesse, you're next.
I'm all yours.
Save it for the stage, Romeo.
Carol always gives it to me straight. Like when she told me about my...
I told him about Head & Shoulders. Regular shampoos just rinse flakes away so they could come back. Head & Shoulders helps prevent flakes from even forming. You see the difference? You look great.
Thanks, but will it get me this part?
Couldn't hurt.
Head & Shoulders, because great hair can't have flakes.
Hey, break a leg.
You know, racing for interstate means my battery has enough power to run my car, as well as some other race necessities, like this mini fridge, my foot massager. Heck, I even had a big screen put in for my friends.
At first glance, this CV joint looks like most other CV joints, except for one important feature. Only UAP Napa CV joints meet the top quality standards of UAP Napa. UAP Napa, the right brand for the job. Available at Auto Pro and UAP Napa member installers.
It'd be so good to see you smile, the smile you wear. Just shoot the breeze as if we never had a care. It'd be so great to hear your laughter coming through. Yeah, that's it, you know it's the least I can do.
The pain of arthritis and joint stiffness can get the better of many people. So today, there's coated extra strength aspirin with the power to relieve your worst pain right where it hurts. Aspirin, it really knows your pain.
The 1997 Scott Tournament of Hearts from Vancouver is brought to you by Scott Towels, absorbent, strong, and lots on a roll.
So the 16th draw is complete, and Manitoba remains alive with their win over Quebec. And there's still lots to decide in tonight's 17th and final round robin draw. It'll come your way at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Chantal Osborne had a great run. Yeah, it's difficult. You play so long to get here. Now time for the TSN Turning Point is brought to you by Interstate Batteries.
Well, once again, there's a number of turning points, but in the seventh end, Vic, with this 2-point lead, Chantal Harvey gets in the hack to look at 3, and a tough 3. She's got to hit and stick.